That's your little dog?
You can do it. Wonder Wheel. I don't want to go through life being a Wonder Wheel murderer.
Hey everybody, what's going on? And welcome to another Collectable Past. Yeah, the pig is on for one more night here before I have to take a bit of a siesta and step away for a while to get a little recovery going, a little bit of finance correction going, and all that other good stuff. I will start off by saying thank you to somebody in our community. I'm not going to mention them by name because I'm not sure that this person wants to be mentioned on live, but you know what you did for me. I didn't ask for it, but thank you very much. It is definitely going to help take care of the pigs this month, because just as I thought everything was okay, I run into another snafu. Hopefully all the rest of these finance things sort themselves out and I can actually get some rest and get healed up and then get back to doing regular live streams again. As far as Collectable Past moving forward, Vinnie is going to be heading that up. So guys, be sure you're still tuning in, going over to Vinnie's channel and watching Collectable Past, as he will be hosting it every single week while I'm on a bit of a vacation, so to speak. Of course, we are also joined by our friends down here at the bottom. We've got Trina from Real Horror. What's going on, Trina?
Hey, everybody. Good to be here. Nice to see you all in the chat. And yeah, looking forward to the stream.
It's going to be a fun one. I do believe so. It's always nice when the I'm not going to use Four Horsemen. That's an ETEP thing. When the four amigos get together for this, all four of us being co-hosts on this show, and of course, one of our other co-hosts, we got Slasher McSplitter in the house. What's up, Slasher?
What's up, guys? What's up, chat? How's everybody doing?
Hanging in there.
We're hanging.
Oh, don't I know it?
A little low and to the left, as Vinnie always says. Of course, Vinnie also here, running beautiful artwork. People, you got to be able to share this out more often. And I feel like a dope because I forgot to put the Kickstarter into the description. I remembered everything else, but I forgot the Kickstarter freaking link.
It's all right. This thing is well, we funded, so I can't say it's a failure. But yeah, we funded, but yeah, we got about 20-something days, 21 days, I think. I don't know. But yeah, if you want to support it, please do. Those extra funds are going to help. Yeah, apparently I didn't know that people could back out at the last second if they want over there. So yeah, any extra cushioning would be awesome, because we need it to stay funded.
And as they say, more cushion for the pushing, and Vinnie needs the cushion. What's going on to everybody in the chat? Good to see you all. I know Snorted Poopus was the first one in. Snorted Poopus Cube, what's going on, buddy? Whoa, humans and other critters, man. Good to see you. We were talking about being old and being miserable. These damn kids, get off my lawn. Gap After Dark, also in the house. What's going on, Gap, man? Always good to see you. He'll be lurking. He's babysitting. Lucky me. All the screaming and yelling. Yeah, I know. Brutal knows how that is too, and he always tells us about it. Toy Mafia also in the house. What's going on, Toy Mafia? Good to see you. I'm Not Creative also in the house. What's going on, man? I hope that you're doing well. Let's see who else. Soul Assassin in the house. What's up, man? What's up, Soul Assassin? DV. B also in the house. What's going on? What is this? Amigos falling from the sky. Yeah, that's just the way it is, guys. Remember, I don't know. I didn't even put a link out there on Twitter. But guys, if you'd be so kind.
I'm in the process of doing it.
Vinnie's in the process, guys. Go ahead and reshare Vinnie's or send your own out there. Let everybody know that we're going and get ready to have a little bit of fun. And as we're getting ready to have some fun, I'm going to kick this one off with something that I did manage to pick up just before like the complete finance crash, and I'm almost kind of regretting picking up because this thing was a bit of pricey. So this one is actually broken up into 5 segments. Yes, 5 segments, because there was just so much to unpack with this figure. Really cool looking figure, but there were some misses, and I'm not going to be.
Before you jump into it, before you start it, I have the tweet out now. I didn't have the other pig, so I had one other title card. It was the My Buddy and Me and Chucky. So I have those in the corners to represent Slasher and Trina tonight.
I've got to get you over the correct thumbnail. I know I keep slacking on that. I will get it over at the end of the show. But guys, here we go with my first offering for the toy show. Be sure to let us know what you think about this. 5 segments, though, so you got plenty of time. Welcome back. This is Pigs Gone Wild with Dark Helmet, the sci-fi and Transformers pig. So we were hanging out. We were getting ready to take a look at something new. We did have a small change of fortune. Unfortunately, those change of fortunes are ever so fleeting. But while we did have it, we did manage to pick up something new. This is probably going to be the last purchase we are going to be able to make for an extremely long time. So we are going to enjoy taking a look at this one from 40 years of Transformers in partnership with Nickelodeon. We have a crossover. We got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Transformers with the Party Wallop. No, the Party Wallop van looks like to be a very interesting one. Now, this one is actually the van that transforms into a turtle transforming figure. And of course, you see, you've got parts in there. You can create each one of the turtles, granted individually. So, I mean, if you wanted to have all 4 turtles with these vans, you would have to purchase this damn thing 4 freaking times. Yeah, it's a bit pricey too, since this one is coming in right around $50. Absolutely ridiculous the pricing on this one. While this thing is really cool, and I understand licensing and all that shit, Hasbro, could you please take the broomstick out of everybody's ass charging so much for these things? Like $50 for this damn figure? This thing is just barely a Voyager class size figure. It sure as hell is not a leader class size figure. Really cool looking though. Some of these crossovers have been hit or miss. I'm really hoping that this one does well. So guys, here we go. Let's get it out of the box and take a look at it. Right out of the ridiculously stupid pack chop that Hasbro put this thing in. I dare you to find a pizza that comes out of the box that tough. Here we go with the Party Wallop Ninja Turtles Transformers crossover van. Not bad. Let's go ahead. Let's put one of his extra pieces on and check out that articulation.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
So, yeah, just getting started on this one, just showing them off. So, yeah, I will say that the packaging on this thing was absolutely ridiculous. So you have to cut this cardboard packaging and unfold it like a big piece of origami off the plastic bubble. Then after you take that off, then you have to snip all the little plastic ties from the cardboard to the plastic bubble. Then you've got to cut the tape that's underneath it. Then you got to pop that off, and then you have to cut a bunch more ties on the plastic bubble to the figure. Like, they had so many plastic ties on this thing at that point, they might as well have just made a traditional regular box with a big plastic window and the bubble insert at that point. It was just so ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, they don't want people stealing it, apparently.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're gonna. You need a freaking... what is it? The Jaws of Life to open up these packages now, but yet they have all those other figures that they're open. You could touch the damn figure. So go figure.
Yeah, we break for nobody. I love it. I love it. The Dark Helmet comments are already starting. Dark Helmet did a really good job on this one too, except when he decided to go through his little bed. That son of a bitch.
You excited him too much.
Yeah, Spaceballs is a classic. But yeah, so that's just the intro for that one. So we're going to move on to the second one, and this is where we're going to get into a little bit more of the discussion as we actually get to see what a little bit more of this figure actually looks like.
We now return to the Transformers.
Here he goes with his first piece on. Got a big van front because, well, I guess the last one got damaged in a fight with the foot. But there you go with that. Checking out some of the articulation on this thing. The arms have movement, but it does kind of, this shoulder mounted piece, it does kind of get in the way of everything in the back a little bit. So you got to kind of twist and move everything out of the way, and then you can actually start getting it moving pretty good. So fair range of motion right there. It doesn't feel overly loose. It does feel like some things don't port in properly. It does have a nice bicep turn right there at the elbow joint, and the elbow joint is a decent one. It goes in 90 degrees. It can go in both directions. He does have a little bit of tilt right here as part of his transformation, so it kind of does tilt in a little bit, and he does have some hand turn there as well. Does have a waist turn. Granted, this whole thing is really stiff, so when I'm trying to turn things, everything else is turning with it. He does have some head movement, but once again, this piece right here in the back, which ports in, it kind of gets in the way a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. So, I mean, if you back this thing off its port, you can get a lot more movement out of this head. So, I mean, the head's got some pretty decent movement. It's not overly great, but it's decent for what it is. Once again, where all this stuff ports in, it kind of just gets in the damn way. Leg movement. So this is where it becomes a little bit of a problem. So this big wheel right here gets in the way of these legs flaring out. It feels like if it wasn't for this, there would be tons of movement in these legs, but it's limited because of that. So he's got a little bit of a thigh turn right there. He's got a pretty decent knee bend right there. Once again, the kiblets in the back get in the way. He does have rock down here at the feet. It's really incredibly tight rock. Also, this back piece moves just a little bit, so technically that could aid you in standing him as well. Not too horrible, but there's some things in here. Definitely they could have went to the drawing board a little bit more on this to make it perfect. So let's get out the rest of his armor pieces on him before we start changing them into the different turtles. Before we get into some of the other accessories, we'll talk about this. So he comes with this little Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shell, almost like a hubcap thing, but it's actually a pizza on the other side. So you actually take that thing and port it right there. Yeah. You port it right here into the center. Don't quite understand that one, but yeah, it is what it is. Crossover pizza, big part of the turtles. Cowabunga, dude.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
So I didn't know really what to think about that thing. So it's almost like a tire cover, but in a turtle shell, and it's a pizza on the other side. I really don't know if that was necessary. I mean, I get it. You know, it's turtles. You got to have some kind of pizza thing in there, but it almost felt kind of like unnecessary to have it in the packaging. Like it's like really an extra piece.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if they did that just so people will understand that it's a pizza on the other side. I don't know. I
don't know either.
Well, we all know that Hasbro has this absolute major issue with just putting stuff in the packages fluff that doesn't need to be there. Like shit that could actually just be on figures. Mm-hmm. And they package it in there to make it look like there's more in the package. Like, oh, look at all these extra accessories. Okay, that's not really accessory. That's part of the figure when he transforms it to vehicle form that didn't need to be separated. It could have been on the figure, but you put it in there to pad out the packaging. I hate when they do that stuff. Pizza Hut. $50 ripoff. Yeah, you know, once again, this thing looks good, but I'm going to get into some more of the problems that it has, and the articulation for me is a big one. There are so many pieces on this guy that do not allow him to get in really dynamic poses that it just kind of irritates me. And that back piece that I said that gets in the way of his head movement, it doesn't port in properly. So when that pops out of the way, like the arms get a little like I don't know, like everything just feels like it's going to pop apart because nothing ports in properly. Another problem that Hasbro has a lot with a lot of these different figures that things just don't properly port in. I hate it. I seen somebody mention Adam earlier. I guess Adam's in the chat. What's going on, Adam? What's going on, Beatik Bojan? Good to see you. I hope that you're doing well. Hasbro will lose their toes over this. I hear you. What's going on, Chaos Man? Good to see you. What do you expect for $50? Come on, man. Come on, Adam. You're killing me. So I'm going to get into the next part. This is the part that I'm sure everybody wants to see as this thing turns into the different turtles and how they did it. It was really simply designed. and the way it actually transformed, everything snaps on really good. Once again, there are a few issues with some of the accessories. Hasbro, pay attention to your tolerances and your clearances when you're making these damn toys. I'm pretty sure I make some snide comments about it in this next clip.
We now return to the Transformers.
For some of the extras that he comes with these little head top pieces for all the turtles. Then he comes with a slew of weapons. Got Raphael size. Got a couple of nunchucks for Michelangelo. Got 2 swords for Leonardo. And then he's got this fold-up bow staff for Donatello. That just, oh, look at that. Just pulls right apart. Nice. It just popped right out of place. Not a big deal. It pops right back in. But once again, clearances, Hasbro. Clearances. It shouldn't pull apart. Right before we get into turning them into the different turtles, how does that happen? So this piece pops right off, and then you would put the turtle head onto them. There's one other change you make before you make them a turtle, so let's get into that. Of course, first one's going to be Mikey Cowabunga. Here we go with Mikey striking a bit of a pose, showing off his nunchucks, and they are on little plastic chains and everything like that, because I guess plastic's better than string or wire. Yeah. Here we go with the party wallop now as Donatello. I will say that this bow staff is way too small. That's what she said. Just a little bit on the short side, don't you say, Donatello? And I'm pretty sure that this isn't because of shrinkage in the package. No, this one is just tiny. Hasbro, you missed the ball on this. Plus the tolerance in the hands are a little bit tight on this right hand. It barely actually wants to be able to port any weapons into that side. The other hand is absolutely fine. You can slide it up and down the shaft of the bow staff. Don't get too excited. All right, let's go on to the next turtle. There's no absolute way that this thing could get down in a kneeling position, unlike some other people that I've seen on YouTube. But anyway, this guy does have a fair range of motion, just not enough to get down in a kneeling position. There's a lot to be said about the articulation choices that they used up in the hips of this thing. But here we go with him as Raphael. Once again, I feel that the weapons are a little bit undersized for him as well. As much as the same way as it was for Michelangelo and Donatello, all those weapons just feel like they were just a little bit on the short side, just a little bit. Maybe not take those dips in the pool right before you make a toy and make comparison, people at Hasbro. Just saying, just saying.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
Yeah. The price point that these people ask for and then they shortchange us is just, it's just how things are going lately, isn't it?
It is. Man. I saw Hasbro's new Emperor Palpatine figure come with a lightsaber and 2 lightning hands, and my buddy yells, why didn't Hasbro do this with their early figures? Yeah. That's what they do, though. That's what they do. They put something out half-assed.
Well, they had exclusives. They had the Emperor in the chair. I had picked it up years ago. It was an Amazon exclusive, and he had the lightning and I think an alternate head too. Can't remember, but yeah, they've done it before. It's just with their re-releases and stuff, they keep playing with people. So I think they probably re-released that Emperor 4 times now at least.
Yeah, well, they had the box one, and then they had the carded one. Then they had.
Well, first it was the one from the Black series. What is it, maybe the 3rd or 4th series in the Black series. Then they put them as the exclusive for Amazon. Then they released them carded. Then they released them carded again on the retro card thing. I don't know. They've released the thing, like I said, 4 or 5 times now. It's retarded.
I like that you can make it whatever turtle character you want. Yeah, that is actually a pretty cool aspect of it, and it's one of the coolest aspects, I think, of it. And yes, Soul Assassin, it's always about the size, buddy. Because if it isn't, you're doing something wrong. It looked like it's squatting. Yeah, I was trying to approximate a kneeling position. Didn't happen. And, it just horrible choices. Horrible HasLab shit. Yeah. And, they overcharge for a lot of that HasLab crap. It's like ridiculously overcharging people. Like that Cobra Rattler. Like, what is that thing? Like 300 or better?
I think 350.
Wow.
You're talking about the plane, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. And that's not even, we're not even talking shipping yet.
Revenge of the Sith Palpatine. Okay. Yeah, Hasbro needs to be put in timeout. It's absolutely ridiculous. Not a problem, Trina. But we're going to get into the next one. I was actually running out of time to get all the turtles together because, once again, I only had 3 minutes for these clips before I put them up, so I had to break some of this stuff up. So we're going to get Leonardo, and then, of course, we're going to get some of the poses that you can get this guy into, and then, of course, we're going to see what the van form looks like. And, I start losing my mind just a little bit. Just a bit. And this is where I think that they absolutely failed on this, the articulation and some of the stuff with this van. So let's go ahead and get into that.
We now return to the Transformers.
We go finally, last but not least, we got the leader, we got Leonardo. This is the one that I feel that they came the closest with the actual weapons. These are the ones that feel like they're not undersized. Finally, not shortchanging people. But overall, I mean, I think in the 4 different turtle forms, it looks pretty cool. It's pretty interesting. It kind of gives you that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle vibe while still being a Transformer. So let's go ahead. We'll put him in a few more poses right here before we get into the van mode. Got him in a pose almost like he's running into battle. Raphael, with the help of his stand, got him leaping into battle, ready to stamp down with his size. And of course, has Mikey. Regardless if he's a robot or not, he's ready to scarf some pizza. After a very hot minute, I finally got the party van assembled, and let me tell you what, this thing, what a fucking mess. Nothing ports together the way it should. I swear, the meatheads that they have working on engineering must be the lowest form of life possible. They're probably one step away from being single-cell amoebas. Of course, you can see on the top, it's got the little, I guess it's supposed to be like a radar or a screen of some sort, or a light, and these turn as well. And of course, these cannons move up and down a bit as well. That's pretty cool. I mean, it looks pretty good in the party van form, but let me tell you, I'm telling you, these panels are just so poorly done, like Hasbro, again, dropping the ball. But, I mean, as far as looking like that party van, that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle attack van, this is not bad looking. So, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Transformer crossover party wallop. You know what? There are a lot of really cool things about this one. A lot of cool things. The robot form is pretty good. There are quite a few misses in the way of articulation, also in the way of things porting on and staying on, like this back panel, for instance, does not stay on very well at all. There are a few other pretty cool things that I forgot to touch on when I was doing this review. So if you pop this panel on, you lift up this belt piece. When you change it into the various turtles, there are colors right here. So you could change it, purple for D for Donnie, and then so on and so on, the L for Leonardo, and then Raphael and Michelangelo. That was also a nice touch, but when you start missing something as simple as articulation, or the ability of this thing to transform and everything to port in the way that it should, you are absolutely dropping that mother freaking ball left and right. Jesus Christmas. You're like those guys trying to learn dodgeball in that movie. This is a parody of what you guys should be doing at this point.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
Thoughts?
Interesting.
Go ahead, say what you really mean to say, Vinnie.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I was not impressed by this figure.
Yeah, and the more I talk about it, the less impressive it starts to sound, doesn't it?
Yeah, this was just a cash grab.
I think it is. What's going on, Nelson? I like the new Arnold action figure with on his knees action and Fury grip so he can stroke.
What's up, Nelson?
What's up, Draven?
What's up,
Draven?
Yeah, nah, Draven, you don't want this. You don't want this. It looks cool, but that's about as far as it goes. I mean, unless you're just going to put it as a turtle up on your shelf. Yeah. No, there's too many problems. Like those panels, all the panels underneath You go to port them in, they won't port in. And you have to use the big side panels that come down to push and jam everything in. And those ones just barely hang on. Like I had to really smash those things in to get them to kind of port on. It's just an absolute engineering disaster the way everything went together. It was just horrible. Just absolutely horrible. And then, of course, there's also the parts former aspect, like the big fin for the back of the turtle van. That spoiler, that's a separate attachment. Like, there's just a lot of things. The whole front end of the truck, is a separate attachment. There's just a lot of things I think they could have did a lot better than how this one turned out. And it really is a shame. And it's really infuriating, too, for that price point. What was the best version of the Turtles for toy? I keep hearing the old 90s were the best. I like the old 80s ones, but right now they are actually doing rebrands of the original 89 version of the Turtles. Mm-hmm. And I will get into that in, I think, the toy. Wait a minute, I don't remember. No, I'm not showing that off tonight. I'll try to see if I can prepare that at some point for Vinnie in the future, until I can get back. But they've got fully articulated 89 versions out that look absolutely stunning. I seen it in the Walmart, and I was like, damn, that actually looks really good. One problem, though, Vinnie, you're going to love this. Donatello, shit brown again.
Yeah. But, they don't believe it. They don't believe it. It happened. Nope. It was real.
Argued with them for, it seemed like months. And no matter how much proof you threw out, and they still didn't want to believe it.
Nope.
I remember it being shit brown. Well, you know what? Next time, don't play with your toys in the toilet, and they won't look brown. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, it's amazing.
What's going on, Curtis? Curtis jumps in, and Curtis dropped the link. Thank you, Curtis. Always appreciate it. Yeah, ice cream truck of skids and mud flap was just like that. Have to have the stuff just right. Yeah, and that's infuriating. They've been doing this long enough that this shouldn't still be happening.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, for $50,
Yeah, that's not cool.
But I got one more clip for that. So we're going to get into that. And then, hey, man, it's off to one of you guys, unless you want me to do a commercial break. But here we go with the last part for the turtle.
We now return to the Transformers.
Overpaid morons working at Hasbro doing some of this engineering. You guys are fucking dolts. I'm sorry. There is no other way to describe this. I mean, the thing looks good. It looks like a turtle. It changes into a different version of a turtle that's not one of the four. It turns into the party van, yes. But there are so many things when you're transforming this thing into the van that it's stressing on the doors because the tolerance, the clearances are completely wrong. It's like you had somebody with a walleye vision actually making the cuts on this thing and doing the measurements. Like, what the hell is wrong with you people? Overall, a pretty cool looking figure. It is not that high of a rating for me. There's way too many misses. There are no loose joints on this damn thing, but a lot of the joints just don't move as well as that you would hope they would, especially for something that is a $50 figure. As far as I'm concerned, this one from the Guinea Pig Collective, the best that we can get this thing is a 7 out of 10. Looks pretty cool, but it doesn't do everything that it should. Just so close, yet so far as always. Anyway, guys, that is all we have on the TMNT Transformers Crossover Party Wallop. What a weird name for this one. Like, I don't know if Hasbro was asleep on the wheel for naming this one, but the Party Wallop. Like, even if they would have said it was the Party Wallop van, I could kind of see that, but just to call it the Party Wallop, like, what a weird name. But overall, guys, that is our review on this one. Be sure to let Dark Helmet know what you thought of our assessment of this figure. Have a good one, y'all. Later.
The Transformers, more than meets the eye. The Transformers.
Anybody else want to talk about that name? I just thought it was the stupidest name in the world. The Party Wallop.
You're right. It should be Party Wallop Van, or wagon or something.
Yeah.
Party Wallop.
I personally think probably the best name, and I don't know what you guys think about this. I think it should have been called the Party Wagon.
Yeah, that would have been fine. Or the lunch box.
That's the type of lunch money you don't want to get ripped off for, though, Vinny.
Right?
I mean, what the hell was it called in the original Playmates line? It was just called the was it the Turtle Van or was it the Turtle Wagon or
I thought it was called the party. I thought it was called
Party
Party
Wagon,
Wagon.
right?
Yeah.
It was a Party Wagon. Yeah.
What's up, Scrambles?
What's up, guys?
Took advantage of tax-free in Ohio and got a Boss. Nice. Fuzz pedal. Awesome. Yeah.
It's too bad the toy was a fail because it actually looks cool.
It does. And that's the part that killed me.
It's one of those ones you get your best keeping in the box, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to have a hard time getting that box back together, and that's one of the reasons I mentioned, like, all the little freaking ties and the freaking cardboard origami that you have to do to open the damn thing. Like, I think I'm going to be hard-pressed to get that back into the packaging. Like, literally after I... Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. No, I was going to say, isn't it the type of packaging that you can't really put back in properly?
Not really. Not unless you tape it back down. It's just because of the way they did it, because everything was held together with freaking plastic ties and everything like that. So you literally have to tape this thing back together in order to get it back in the packaging so you can put it up on a wall or something. Just really poorly done overall, especially for a $50 figure. Not everybody wants to keep their $50 figure sitting on the shelf out in the open. Some people want to put it back in the box after messing with it. But yeah, just poor choices overall for this, and especially once again for that price tag. And once again, I understand licensing and everything else, but that's no excuse for making such big mistakes on this figure. I mean, the articulation, like the stuff on the side of the legs, the wheels that were sitting at the top of his thighs, getting in the way of the legs moving, the panels in the back, getting in the way of the shoulders with the shoulder panels in there. There was a lot of things they could have did differently. They just refused to do it. So, anybody want to go next, or should I play a commercial?
You can play one, I guess.
Okay, we'll go ahead. And this is something that I started a number of weeks ago. Unfortunately, I haven't been on, but new segment, Collectable Past commercial break. So this one is actually an older figure I'm using for a commercial break. So hope you enjoy this.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Guys, here we go with a Collectable Past commercial break. So we're going to show off something that's a little bit old school right here. This is from 1989 in conjunction with DC Comics through Ertl. Now, I forget what size this one is. Forgive me, I don't remember the size. But we got the Batmobile from that 1989 movie. Of course, this one is mostly die cast with a little bit of plastic on the bottom, and of course for the wheel rims, and of course the windows, and a little bit of piping underneath. But this is a really nice one to have. This one is actually in fairly good shape. Like, most of the paint on this one still looks really good. A few scuff marks here and there, but overall in really damn good condition.
Now, back to our program.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I had that one too.
All those Batman Ertl, even the small ones. I have the Micro Machine size one, but they're awesome.
Yeah, those are cool. I just wish they didn't put the signal on the top of the car.
Oh, they did? I didn't see that.
Later on, they stopped doing it, and they even, I think, like the latest Hot Wheels one, you could actually open up like the cockpit kind of thing to it.
I remember the Toy Biz, the regular size, the Toy Biz one, the size for the figure.
Mm-hmm.
I remember it came with the shell. Remember when he puts the shields up in the movie?
Yeah.
I remember it was like a little thin plastic piece, but it still looked awesome.
It did. There were two versions of that Batmobile. There was one like that, and I believe. One? Oh, say again.
The Toy Biz one, or
yeah,
because like right after the Toy Biz one, like a year later, was when Kenner took over, and they redid the Batmobile.
Okay, because I remember around Christmas time, because I had gotten one and my cousin got one, and they looked like they almost the same box, except one had that shell on it, and the other one, like there were different features. So I forgot which one had it though, but one had like the machine guns when you flip it over, and the other one had missiles.
Yeah. One had the yellow missiles. I think that was the Toy Biz one.
Okay. So yeah, that was interesting that they did that.
Chaos, I do have plans for something. I picked up a few extra figures at Ollie's because, Ollie's, good stuff, cheap. I wound up picking up a few blue streaks, and I do have plans for doing like a guinea pig collective transformer crossover. It's something that I'm going to have to custom make, but I need to get like a proper place to spray it because that's something that I'm not going to just paint by hand. That's something I'm definitely going to have to use an air gun for because I want the paint to look perfect on it, and I got to do clear coating and everything. So yeah, that'll be coming in the future. There will be something for that. So I mean, it's technically a pigmobile. I haven't figured out what I'm going to call it yet because it's going to have some kind of weird guinea pig Transformers crossover name. Pigman. I've seen a bunch of people said that they had that bat. Who was it? Chaos Toy. He has that one, and a lot of people appreciate that one. It's always good to bring out some of the old school stuff like that because those things are just so much fun. It's so much fun to look back over there and see the stuff that we used to get all the damn time, and now it's like, wow, did you see that? This is amazing looking. At one time, that was just normal.
Yeah, right.
But did anybody else want to go next, or do you want me to play something else? Totally up to you. The pig is totally and completely prepared. I had 2 weeks to prepare for today.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, I wish I had more time to prepare. I'm juggling too much shit. But I could show the what do you call it? My you want to all see my shorts?
Keep it classy, Vinny. Keep it classy.
They're all very quiet.
Are they stained or something?
I'll take that silence as a yes. So yeah, there was a couple of kind of neat looking ones. I don't remember if I showed those last time. The Superman and.
Can you show the Superman?
Yeah, you showed the Jim Lee Superman.
All right. Well,
I don't remember if I saw it.
He has high heels.
One sec. There we go. Yeah, this is the Jim Lee one. This is McFarlane. So yeah, if you like the Jim Lee style, they had two of them there that time. But yeah, they're going for $50 at GameStop, and they're like just plastic statues. But
Oh yeah.
I don't know what the digital card thing is there. That McFarlane Digital. I don't know what the hell that's all about. But he's putting them in all of those. I guess these are maybe like 10.5 inches. I don't even know if they're the full 12. But I mean, the colors look nice, but it's too Jim Lee in design, and I don't like that he has heels on his boots. He's not Wonder Woman, he's Superman.
Yeah.
So he's have flat boots, but see, there he is. Now he's ready to go out into town.
Super flamboyant.
Yeah, he got that extra inch or two. So take that, Batman's ears. So that was one.
I think it would have looked good without the heel, and I don't like the way his hair looks either.
Yeah,
he's kind of got the Nicolas Cage mullet going on, right?
A little bit.
Does he have the Nicolas Cage mullet?
I am actually shocked. I am shocked and a bit appalled that you're showing the De Niro Superman. I'm really upset about this with the lifts in his shoes. Horrified, Vinny. I'm horrified.
If it was De Niro, he'd be half the size.
Okay, no, he's almost got a pompadour. Okay, now I see it.
Yeah. There's nothing long in the back. It's short. But it's like I think the shoulders were too narrow. I know they were trying to get down that.
It's super Fonzie.
A little bit, but I mean, I've seen worse. This is actually halfway decent. But again, they're trying to have that companion piece to the Batman figure, which also has the leg up. So
Yeah.
I guess if people want it like as bookends or something.
If it wasn't 50, I'd think about it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm picking it apart and then spending 50 on it. It's just too much.
Yeah. That's why I only recorded these things. Like, I don't have money for this shit anyway, but even if I did, I would have probably passed on it. The colors are nice. I'll give them that. They did a very nice job with those colors. They pop.
Yeah, the colors are perfect.
Yeah, so they did a good job there. And for some reason, McFarlane loves to raise the S on the chest. I don't know why. He does it on the figures, too.
But you said this is Jim Lee, right?
Yeah.
Isn't Jim Lee the one who got rid of the red underwear?
Yeah, well, the new 52 designs. But this was from Hush. The Batman
Okay,
Hush.
so he still had red underwear during the Hush storyline. I never read the Hush storyline, so
that was one of the first gigs that he.
I knew
when
that.
He became co-publisher.
Yeah, I knew that. I remember there was a line of I think Mattel started putting out Batman figures, and they came with the Jim Lee comics.
Okay. Oh, they threw them in there too.
Yeah.
They marketed the shit out of that storyline. It's funny. One of their boys kind of ripped them apart too in public. Alex Ross.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they asked him, what do you think about the Jim Lee Batman Hush storyline? And he's like, I don't really have anything good to say about it. I like the colors.
People praise that storyline.
Oh, I know. They swear by it because they're fanatical. It's almost like the people who are obsessed with celebrities. It's like the same type of thing in the comic book world for some reason.
Vinnie, you have to read this as Tuna Todd.
Super I can hear that dude in my head now. Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. Todd's making very strange choices. But yeah, I was saying too, in Best Buy, all I really saw was these things, these plushie things, and I did it because there's a lot of Mario Kart we played, so there's a blue shell, and one of the bombs. But that's pretty much what they have at Best Buy now, and like almost all the figures are out of there. They move them all to the front of the store. They're getting rid of them, and there's the Lego shit that's way overpriced.
Yeah.
Yeah, $240. Like, I mean, yeah. So,
I think
last week,
I think all three of us, you, Trina, and myself, have all seen that damn thing and just like looked at it like, yeah, it looks cool, but it doesn't look cool for that price.
What,
Nope.
that Atari? Yeah.
No, I mean,
I wouldn't friggin' pay 200. What was it? 250? Hell no.
No.
I'd pay $250 for an actual like
That's
retro console.
Atari.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't play games on it. What the hell's the point of that price tag? It's retarded.
Yeah, really. Like, what do you put it in a case and like, look, this is all Lego. It's like, okay.
Oh, look at my smooth rectangle.
Yeah.
Well, what are you talking about? The rectangle of your keister after paying that price and getting absolutely butt raped for it?
Jeez.
What's going on, Time Prophet? Yeah, I'm back for this week, and then it's going to be an extended time off as I recover because I'm still not recovered. But good to see you, man. Good to see you.
Yeah, man.
The crusty doll looks cool.
Yeah, I'll play this one. Where's it? Okay. Well, yeah, there's Spawn figure they did. This is like based off of Greg Capullo's.
Good looking.
Which I think they did a very nice job with it. But again, I ain't paying these prices for these things. I'm not really buying Spawn figures anymore.
Overall,
Krusty's right after.
Pretty cool.
I'm Krusty the Clown, and I don't like you.
So what do you got?
I'm Krusty the Clown, and I love you very much.
Yeah, so that thing was pretty cool.
That Krusty has a switch on the back to switch from good to evil.
Yeah,
I saw something with that Krusty doll on Twitter.
yeah, it's based off the Halloween
The
special.
Treehouse of Horrors, yeah.
Yeah, which was
That's
that was
awesome.
really cool to see.
Yeah.
Now I think it was Jack's Pacific that did that one. Yeah, my brother almost bought that. I'm like, well, I don't know if they have it next time. He might actually pull the trigger on it. But.
Well, later on, I'll actually be showing something with some of the old school Simpsons figures. And the really weird thing is, I don't think that they were marked by any company. So I've run into a few figures digging through the old stuff, and yeah, like no toy stamping on them. What's going on, Tree Rock, man?
Wow,
good to see, man. I hope you're doing well.
What's up, Tree Rock?
What's up, Tree Rock?
Didn't Playmates make the original ones?
It might have been. It might have been, but there was a bunch of them. They had nothing on them. Like it was just really, really weird. Really,
I have yet to see any of the new ones. The only one I saw were like those mini versions of them that have like no articulation. There's just like the family together, or they have them single, but they're small. They're like, I don't know, 1.5 inches, 2 inches at most.
Are they just like PVCs?
That's what they look like. These little plastic versions of them. Maybe the arms move. I don't know. I saw it at Target a week and a half ago, I think.
Yeah, did I send you that as a short for?
Yeah, you had recorded some, but they were bigger figures. They were what, maybe 5 inches?
Yeah, they were like the 5-inch figures. Yeah,
the ones I'm talking about. I think it's the same company. It's got to be if they have the rights for them. But yeah, there was just like They're just small versions of them. Like
Jesus, Time Prophet, you're doing something wrong, buddy. You're doing something wrong.
Oh shit! But yeah, so those are the shorts that I had. I think I showed the G.I. Joe one already.
I liked that Spawn figure.
Yeah, he looked pretty
not
cool.
For $50.
No,
not for $50.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Is that a figure or a statue?
It's a plastic statue.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay, confirmation. Soul Assassin Playmates did the old Simpsons figures.
Yeah, because I might still have a few of them somewhere buried. Somewhere, I don't know.
I never had them. My friend had a bunch of them. He had, I think he had Moe's. I think he had a car.
Yeah, you know, my mother had Moe's big Moe figure, plus she had Moe's Tavern. It came with the Duffman exclusive Duffman figure.
I'm trying to remember if he had Moe's or the Quickie Mart. He had one of them.
Both are pretty cool. I like that whatever figure you had, you put them like next to like where the button
they
is.
had the chip with the voice activation.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Well, the original ones that came out, they didn't even have that, and I'll be showing them off later. You'll see what they have, and you'll probably be like, "Oh yeah, that's right," because the very first ones didn't have a chip in them.
I didn't know I was a Simpsons guy. I haven't watched The Simpsons in like 20 fucking years.
Yeah. I think the movie was the last thing I saw, and then maybe an episode here or there since, but that's about it.
I think it was like 2000 was the last time I actually liked The Simpsons.
Yeah, because they went all wacky too.
Oh, they started depending on friggin' cameos from people on TV shows that I didn't give a shit about.
Yep.
Why do I give a fuck if Ray Romano is on an episode of The Simpsons?
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Hey everybody, I'm the Frog. I'm Ray Romano.
Aren't I so awkward? Oh. Like, nah, you're a fucking idiot.
I have a family member who talks like that now.
You
never did before, but
Soul Assassin said he bought the Gunslinger custom coat. Nice.
Oh yeah, that time we were showing them off. Yeah, I think he showed us the link. That was pretty damn cool. I like those customs.
Very awesome. Well, since we're getting into it, I'll play that one now. So I do have I have a couple old school toy times, and one of them's got those old school Simpson characters. So let's go ahead and take a look to see if this jars everybody's memory of the original Simpsons figures that came out. Here we go with old school toy time. Mysterious, elusive. We've got Darkwing Duck. Now, this one was by Disney through Playmates. I forget exactly what year this came out, and they did actually not stamp to date on this one, which is kind of odd. He did come with another accessory. I believe it was a gun or something. Of course, the cape is removable, and he also had a play feature with a little button on the back. If you push the button, the hat would pop up and spin. So there you go, guys, opening this one up with Darkwing Duck. Do you guys remember this one? Guys, welcome back for another one as we're taking a look at some old school stuff right here. These are all from 1990, 20th Century Fox. I forget which company put these out. Of course, see Nelson. We got Marge. We got Homer with his plutonium suit. The helmet does come off, and of course, he's got his plutonium rod right there. We got Bart on his skateboard. I know he came with a few other accessories. All of these did, like the Bart man right here. Bart's secret identity. They came with these little sign pieces right here that you could stick on top of their head, and they did come with extra little things like this one was for Nelson. It's trash time, Simpson. So they came with stuff like that. Unfortunately, not everything had gotten packed away into the same crate when I brought all this stuff back from Dad's house. And unfortunately, we got Simpsons mixed up in about a dozen other crates. But these are nice, fun, little, stupid, simple toys. That's not a lot of articulation and not a lot of movement. Kind of like the talking points for most YouTubers. It's pretty much the same blah stuff. But guys, here we go with 1990 and The Simpsons. Do you guys remember these? I know that Kenner, I think it's Kenner through Hasbro, is re-releasing some variation of these old school figures, but I don't think they're exactly the same. I didn't really have that good of a look at them, but these ones I thought were pretty cool for what they were back in the day. Guys, let us know what you thought about this one.
Yeah, those were cool.
Yeah.
I don't think maybe I had one back then, but yeah.
Yeah, you remember that now? The little bubble.
Yeah, I actually forgot about those the speech bubbles they came with.
1991. Yeah, it was like 1990, 1991. But yeah, they didn't have it stamped, and I had to actually look it up. Yeah, when Disney was still Disney, right? Yeah, don't get Vinnie started on that.
I thought they put those Simpsons figures out like mid '90s. I didn't know they were that early.
Yeah, I didn't
Haven't
think so either,
heard
but...
of Darkwing Duck since the 90s. Yeah, my brother used to love Darkwing Duck.
Oh yeah, that was the shit.
No, like Darkwing Duck, it was a Danger Mouse, and it was Count Duckula.
I like
There's three
DuckTales
of them.
better. I like DuckTales better than Darkwing Duck.
Yeah, DuckTales was better.
And I like Rescue Rangers better.
Mm-hmm. What was
Marge is copying Trina. Trina.
What was the RoboCop like dude? What was his name again?
Gizmo Duck.
The Gizmo. Yeah, that thing I liked. I thought that design was cool. It was fun.
It's funny you should mention that, Cal. So I was talking with Stieg, good old Stieg. Stieg was talking about that, the Simpsons arcade game.
Yeah, that game was mad fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris has it on his Parsec.
That game, X-Men and Ninja Turtles, they were all the same game, but they were all awesome.
Yeah, those were fun.
Konami they made the same game over, just with 3 different friggin' coats.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of those were all interconnected in some way, shape, or form. I mean, they were all part of that Disney family of freaking shows.
Launchpad McQuack was a character on Darkwing Duck, and he was Scrooge McDuck's pilot on DuckTales.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Hope I didn't miss anybody that popped into the chat. If I did, please forgive me. I'm dealing with a massive headache right now. The pig did not get much sleep before this one. Thank you, CenturyLink, for keeping me up into the wee hours of the afternoon today to to get stuff uploaded. And again, thanks to the wife for help continuing the uploads while the pig took a nap. Back when Disney wasn't retarded. Daffy Duck was not connected. No, Daffy, he was from Warner Brothers, so of course he wasn't connected.
Yeah, the only time he had a connection was in Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
And they were doing the dueling pianos, him and...
that was funny as shit.
Donald. That was great. It sucks.
They never made DuckTales figures back in the day, did they?
I think a company did at one point.
Like actual figures? Because I've seen little PVC figures of them, but I never saw an actual like Scrooge McDuck with the friggin' cane and...
Oh, yeah, no, they did. I know, a couple of years ago.
Actual articulate figures?
Yes. I have a Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah?
Yeah. I want to see maybe 6 years ago. I don't remember the company that did it. No, Toys R Us. It was the last year Toys R Us was still around, I believe. Whenever that was.
That was like 2000. What was that? 2017 or something.
Okay, so it was longer than that. All right, yeah, around that time, because that's where I got it, because it was on discount. I'm like, you know what, that looks pretty cool. And I believe they kept them in the packaging too. Yeah,
and the only reason I know it was earlier in 2020 because I know Toys R Us was already long gone by the time I had to go up north to take care of everything.
Right.
So. And what's going on, Keely? Good to see you.
What's up, Keely?
What's up, man?
All right. So, does anybody else have anything?
Trina?
No,
I do, but I would.
of course.
You want to wait?
I'll go. I mean, if
No,
nobody
you
else
can
wants-
wait. You can believe me. I got more than enough material that you can wait if you want.
Okay.
I'm just asking out of courtesy before I continue. I don't want to seem like a stream hog.
No, I'm good. I'm good. Go for it.
Too late, Tommy.
Yeah, son of a bitch. Okay.
Should I do one of mine now, and then I'll do one of mine at the end?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
I only have 2 tonight, but I know there's some cool figures and stuff that came out too that we can kind of talk about. Yeah. So all right, here I'll show the. All right, this was one that a friend actually gifted me because he's a massive fan of this property. So let me share screen. So yeah, shout out to my friend Brendan. Yeah, he got me this Gundam figure. Apparently they got these over at Target. This is from Bandai.
I've seen them a few times. So they have the regular figures, Vinny, and I don't know if you really look. They usually have the models in the ones that I go to as well.
I know the comic shops by me. They have some incredible model kits, and I know my buddy. He got a pretty damn big one that he's looking to put together and paint and everything. So, but yeah, no, these things are pretty badass. So I'll play this, and yeah, this guy's got wings. Strike Freedom Gundam. I'm not familiar with Gundam at all, so this is brand new to me.
Right there, Chaos has talked about Gundam as an anime. You could ask the Doc. The Doc knows a little bit about it. I mean, I know he was more probably, I think, the Robotech.
Robotech and Macross, I think, are the two that he really.
Robotech was under Macross.
Okay.
Which wound up being bought out by Bandai.
Nice. Yeah, because Bandai makes some amazing stuff, and this is a very interesting figure. The box art's fantastic on it. But yeah, all their stuff, I like how clean it always is and very compact. So like, yeah, if you do get a bunch of these things, yeah, you could pack them and store them away pretty easily. But again, you got cardboard and plastic. That's the way to do it. Beautiful stuff. The promo piece in the back is sweet. I really liked how they did that, but apparently it's not what they were going to do with the figure itself. It would have been cool if there were clear parts to it on the wings. But even still, really, really nice figure. And yeah, I'll be opening this guy up. Again, I like how they do the packaging like that. There's a good seal to it, so nothing's going to be loose and go flying around, and you don't have to do any twisty ties or any of that shit. So the other thing is they have like the circular sticker on their boxes. So like if that's tampered with, then you know that it was opened. So that's a good thing that they do. But yeah, first impressions with this guy are pretty solid, you know. And the plastic is very unique. It's different from anything else I have in my collection. I was gonna say it almost feels slightly gummy, but not like the Transformers Red figures. You know, the ones that don't transform.
Yeah, those red ones were absolutely horrible. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a more sturdy version of that, I guess would be the best description. But what they have is really incredible. I don't really know if there's too much paint other than on the helmet part or on his face. Everything else is like molded plastic. So the gold is just solid plastic that, you know, plastic, the white, the blue, like, and they just kind of like put it all together, it looks like. So you're going to have a very clean looking figure. That's for damn sure. And very, very nice. So I had some bare bones without the wings or any of the weapons and whatnot. So, but pretty sweet looking thing. So yeah, articulation wise, they're known for doing really nice articulation. So even where he's a little bit limited, they kind of make up for it in other ways. So the shoulders move, the shoulder pads move as well. Arms go all the way around. He has the upper bicep cut. He does have a double hinge for the elbow, which it's weird because when I pose it here, it felt like it was just kind of very limited. But then when I put the gun in his hand and started kind of messing around with it, I got more range out of the elbow. There is no waist cut, but he has like pivot side to side, which I didn't want to mess around too much again because I'm not that familiar with this toy line. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. Those side pieces come off, but they purposely come off because you could put them on like that back skirt, and you could put his guns on the side of his hips. So it's something that they did for the design on purpose. And I've seen Bandai do stuff like this before in the past with other figures, so it didn't bother me. But yeah, he has drop down hips, ball jointed hips, upper thigh rotation, double hinge for the knee. Foot is fantastic. I don't know what the hell was going on in there. It felt like a ball joint, but then there's extra stuff moving around too. So a very good range. And considering that the feet are so big, like it's going to give him better balance. So yeah, having more sturdy joints is a good thing. So yeah, there's articulation in all those skirt pieces as well. Even the ones in the front, I forgot to show that. But yeah, those lift up as well. So you could get them like, you know, doing crazier poses.
Well, right there, that is actually smart engineering because they know somebody's going to wind up putting this thing into a kneeling position, so they know if those skirts lift up, there's less of a chance of anything getting broken if it's designed into the figure.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And Bandai, because of how they kind of put these figures together, like even if something does kind of come off, you can kind of just snap it back on, no problem. So that's also a good thing. Yeah, he's got the alternate hands, which are very cool. He does come with this clip, and looking at the instructions, it goes onto the crotch. So if you have one of those other like Bandai stands, it just ports in. So I don't understand why. That's the one thing I really didn't understand. He has wings. These are Gundams. They're supposed to fly. How come they didn't just put a flight stand in there? Why is there like just the clip by itself? So that's the one thing that was like, it was stupid. Like put a freaking clear stand in there. What's so hard about that? But I did buy a set because I was talking to Trina about that. I think you bought yours on Amazon, right? Those stands. She's either muted or walked away. But anyway, yeah, I found mine on eBay, and it was like a pack of 12 for pretty cheap.
I know there's a few companies out there to sell the stands in little packages like that. I picked up one that I use for a lot of the damn figures. Unfortunately, the amount of stuff that the one I picked up was really limited, but of course it was the lower tier one.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, mine was kind of cheap too, but it's pretty sturdy. Like the 12 pack that I have, the joints are very solid, and they're able to hold up kind of heavy figures. So yeah, here's how his wings and stuff go on, which is really cool. And yeah, he has extra articulation in those. They can fan out. You can kind of hinge them back. So yeah, lots of great stuff they did here. So it's pretty badass. Like, I've been meaning to watch these things. So I don't know. Eventually, I could try to make some time. I don't know. When.
I can't remember. I remember at one time Tubi had some of them on, but I don't know if they're still there. You know how they're always shuffling the content around.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'll ask my buddy. I think he said one of the streaming services has most of these things. But yeah, and there's I think a couple of very specific series they said are really fantastic. Yeah, so this is the Strike Freedom one. There's regular Gundam. I guess there's a couple of different types of things, but I will put them on that stand. Yeah, Trina, you walked away before, but I was talking about that. I found like those kind of stands that you got from Amazon.
Oh, the plastic ones that
yeah, those
like
clear ones with
yes,
like
yes,
with the waist grabbers. Yeah,
Yep.
So there's a clip that this guy came with, but he didn't come with the stand. He's got a clip that you put by the crotch area, and there's a hole in the back, so it'll port right in if you have one of those similar stands. So you could take off like that part that goes around the waist, and it's just like, you know, like a male joint essentially.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I found some. I was telling Tommy and Slasher. Yeah, there was like a 12 pack I found on eBay for pretty cheap. So, but yeah, I do get this guy up in the air, and he does look really cool with
Nice.
it, and the clip holds. So again, this is not something I was that familiar with. I kind of seen things in passing, and you know, from the comic shops, they have all of those model kits and stuff, and they always looked awesome to me. But yeah, I wanted to show you a scale as well. So there's Megatron, the bootleg one that I have, versus that dude. So you can kind of see the height for anyone who's kind of, you know, asking what they are. But these things, they're mostly at Target. I don't think I've seen them anywhere else, the Bandai ones.
No, I could tell you for certain for the repeated trips I've been starting to make to Walmart just because once again the prices are cheaper. No, I have not seen them. And the only place I've seen is 2 of my Targets.
Mm-hmm.
The third one doesn't really carry much Gundam. They only carry like the model kits. They don't actually have the figures. So 2 of my Targets have the kits and these figures, and the other one only has the kits, model kits.
Okay. But they're pretty cool, man. They have all different ones. I've seen a female one all in pink. They've got like a whole bunch of, I guess, from the main series. Some of them look pretty big too. So yeah, it's kind of surprising, and I think it was only like around $20 or $25.
Yeah, and that's what Luffy was saying. Luffy was saying never seen such a small Gundam robot. They're usually huge.
Yeah, yeah. So it's cool that they did it like this. I know the majority of their figures they range between like 5.5 inches to about 6, or just under 6 inches. you'll have like Marvel Legends. They say they're 6 inches, but they're closer to 6.5. So yeah, you'll get the size will always kind of vary, but to have them like in something that's closer to like your regular action figure size is pretty neat. Because I know these things are supposed to be gigantic. But, yeah, so that's one of the bases that I had. But yeah, it works. Holds them pretty well. He's only wiggling a little bit because of the actual rotating base, but pretty sturdy.
Do you have a shot of what the bottom of the base like? What is the shape of the bottom of the base? Is it like a hexagon or?
It's a rectangle.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find the ones on Amazon that I bought, and I don't think they have them anymore.
I was trying to look. Yeah, I didn't really see them either. There's a few places that have the hexagon ones, but they're going for too much money just for a regular little base.
Yeah, the ones I bought weren't that expensive.
Yeah, same. That's why I got the 12 pack because I think it was like around $10, something like that.
Oh, that's awesome price.
Yeah, so I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna jump on that. Yeah, because I had it on the review with Warbird Miss Marvel thing with Rogue, and I have them like kind of beating each other up. And I had one of the bases from Bandai that's like the effects base, so you could rip it apart. And there's holes in the back, so you could have them floating in the air, so it looks like you're actually punching a character through.
Yeah,
that was pretty neat.
That was a funny one. Real quick, while you mentioned that, so the other day I had to stop in Target to get pig food or whatever it was. It might even been last week, and I actually seen on the shelf a freaking Warbird sitting there.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah.
How much?
And I was thinking what you said. Like this is a seller. It's a seller, and I was like, shit. If I had more money, I'd buy it and try to sell it. But I didn't have the money for it at the time.
Yeah.
How much was it, Tommy?
Yeah, no, I forget.
25.
I think it was 25, but I didn't really look because I know I didn't have the money. So I was like, there goes something that I can't do nothing with.
Oh, dude. I think I told you the other day I was at the Target and they had the 2 packs of the G.I. Joes and I had to just walk out of the aisle slowly. Yeah, it was upsetting. But
dude, the one Target, they had freaking everybody. Had Big Boa, they had freaking Quick Kick. They had all these damn figures sitting there. I was like, look at this shit. Look at this shit. I don't have a penny to waste on this stuff right now, and they're stocked with them.
Yep. Isn't that how it goes? Yeah, I was upset too. I didn't even get a chance to review Jinx, but I do have another cool figure after this, but I'll show it later. I gave this guy an 8.5 for a property I'm not that familiar with, and a figure that is pretty damn nice. Again, it loses a point for not having a base. He only has the clip, which is weird. Again, why would you just put the clip in there for the crotch, but you don't have an actual proper base? So yeah, that alone, it got a half a point deduction, and because I think the articulation could have been a little bit better. What they have is pretty nice, and it is a solid figure. So I think it's a pretty high score for something that I'm not familiar with. So if you're a big fan of this stuff, I'm sure this is like a must buy. Because yeah, these are neat, and the wings are fantastic. I really like the articulation on them. Everything's sturdy, solid. So yeah, very good figure. I think I have a couple more shots of them. But yeah, I really do like what they did, and the designs are really cool. I bet once I start watching the thing, I'll probably be like, oh yeah, this figure's even cooler.
And that's when you're going to be like, son of a bitch, now I got to go buy more of them.
No, I can't do that. I told you, I'm going to have to freaking get one of those masks, the COVID mask, and then we're going to walk into banks. Allegedly in a video game.
Yeah, you got to hate when that happens.
Yeah.
I mean, and once again, I'm going to thank the certain individual that did something to help me out. You didn't need to. I didn't even ask for it, but I appreciate it greatly. And that stuff is going right towards making sure that the pigs are well fed, because those guys are paramount. What's going on, Spike?
Hey, Spike 220. That's actually my buddy. Yeah, man. Oh yeah. So yeah, that Gundam figure was pretty damn sweet.
Awesome.
Yeah,
all right. Awesome. Slasher, did you have anything before I play something else?
Yeah, sure. Give me 1 sec. Just 1 sec.
In the meantime, go check out my my project while you're waiting there. We got a work of art over on Kickstarter. The link is in the description. Well, it's not on Tommy's description, but it's over there.
I know Tommy's slacking. Lack of sleep.
Yeah, no, I hear you, bro. I hear you.
Them sons of bitches.
Here is the link for both channels.
Oh, let me blow
While you're throwing up the
him
link.
up.
So going back to Tommy with the crossover franchises, I picked up a couple of these.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah, the muscle aliens.
Yep.
Hell yeah!
They got Apone and the power loader. Is the power loader? Wait, here's the power loader. And the Queen Alien.
Nice.
And Paul Reiser. Yes, I got I own a Paul Reiser figure now.
Holy hell!
Your collection is now complete.
I never in my life did I think I would get a figure of Paul Reiser.
Yeah, right.
But
I think I made one as well.
These are awesome. There were 2 more packs in the store, but I used up the store credit I got for trading in some jerseys, so I didn't get all of them. But I'm gonna go back. They had a Bishop ripped in half.
Oh, cool.
Oh, nice.
And then they had Ripley. She's got the gun and she's holding Newton the other arm.
Who did Bishop come with?
Well, see, because these ones are so huge, they only could put one other figure in them. The other ones came in like packs of 4.
Okay.
But
Nice.
you know they couldn't fit these all. You know, they couldn't fit more guys in with these.
Yeah.
I don't know this one. I mean, the power loader. I love this one.
Yeah.
I always wanted the actual like the Kenner figure they had of the power loader because my friend's brother had that shit and it was awesome.
That was cool.
But I think these are cool, man.
Dude, I had so many muscles when I was a kid.
Yeah,
I wish I still had them.
I still have my old collection too.
That's
I'm
awesome.
not. I don't think I'm gonna open these ones. If I get one of the other packs, I think I'm gonna open that.
Cool. Dude, yeah, those are badass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those things,
Very nice.
those muscle figures, like we still have an assload of them here, and I remember they came in all those different packs. Like you would buy them in they had a pack of 4, a pack of 8.
Yeah.
Then I think it jumped up to 10 or 12, and then they had a real big one with like something like 24 of them or something. Like it was
And then-
garbage can.
They had the mystery pack that was they had the smaller garbage cans too.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, then they had the different colored ones. The
Yeah.
red ones, the purple.
Yeah, I think the smaller garbage cans were the 12, I think. I
But
can't remember.
On the back it says they got Mega Man ones and Street Fighter ones.
Oh wow.
They did
I've seen the
W.
Predator ones and I've seen the wrestling ones, but I
Yeah,
never saw
WWF and WCW ones.
I never saw the Mega Man ones or the Street Fighter ones. I want to see those. See what those look like. No, I'm not going to paint them. I'm not going to open this. I never painted the muscle figures anyway. I always just kept them the way they were.
Yeah, same.
I personally liked them better when they were all pink. I wasn't a big fan when they started doing all the multicolored ones.
I didn't mind either way.
Yeah. Well, they were mixing them in with the pink ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought they were like cool, rare figures, especially when the first one I got, I think was one of the red ones that was in with all the pink ones. I was like, oh,
yeah,
shit.
it seemed like the red ones and the purple ones were kind of hardest to come across.
Yeah. Yeah, and they had like, I think there was one guy, he had like 6 arms or something. It was like totally
the Egyptian
different.
guy, the Egyptian.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a couple. They had a couple of those. Like their faces were different, but they had 6 arms. But they always had like those. Like they had the guys with the fins on their head. They had the guys with the bull horns, and they were all different types of characters.
Yeah, they were fun.
They were supposed to be like their own races of people and shit. Like the bull characters, like the guy with Terry Bull.
Terrible, yeah, because he was the leader of the bad guys.
Yeah.
The leader of the good guys was Muscle Man.
Yeah, Muscle Man or Captain Muscle or something like that.
So these toys, were they a show or were they just toys to collect?
It was I forget what the original name of it was called. It was a Japanese cartoon or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did a history thing on that, and I'm blanking on the name of it as well. But I think they did have a comic or something for it.
Oh, cool.
I think so, yeah.
Awesome.
Let me see what the name of it was.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute because I remember I did a video.
Kinkeshi.
Yeah.
Or Kinnikuman. Kinnikuman? I think it says, yeah, Kinnikuman.
Okay.
Okay, so it was anime?
Yeah, Japan in 83, and then 85 in America.
Okay.
Kiniki Kuman? Yeah, that was a very strange name.
Soul Assassin, I remember Ultimate Muscle anime show on Saturday. See, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I never saw it either.
Yeah,
I
never
came across
comic.
it.
There you go, Chaos. It started as a Japanese comics manga. Yeah. Whereas I like to say to my daughter, just to irritate her, mangle. When she gets all mad, call it mangle.
Mangle.
anything to watch her melt down. It's hilarious.
Yeah, there's some of that.
Yeah, I always love these things. Sure, they don't, you can't bend their arms or nothing, but still.
Yeah,
I still made them beat the shit out of each other,
Yeah.
Well, when you think about it, stuff like this was like the Smurfs or, like before Pokemon, the collect them all type of attitude, because there was just so many of them and they were really pretty inexpensive to pick up. So
yeah. The hand, the hand is my favorite one. See the one at the end?
I love it.
We have that one.
Yeah, I have them.
They were crazy.
I have them too.
Yeah, these like little knickknacks and shit for boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole collection of the 6-arm guy.
Yeah, these guys were cool. These were neat. Yeah, I remember that stupid thing, that weird block art thing.
And there was a triangle one of that too. It was
it was like an archway.
It looked like a top.
Yeah, that's wild.
It's Soul Assassin. It's not wise to annoy a Mangle fan. One day you're laughing, the kids are sending into the old guinea pig home. It's not happening. It's not happening.
Oh shit.
But,
Lurch, how you doing?
What up, Lurch?
What's up, Lurch?
But I'll go ahead. I'm going to get the next one going here. This is a toy hunt, and I'm going to be honest, I forget everything that's on this toy hunt. So I did film a couple toy hunts for the show, or should I say piece them together. Mm-hmm. But always going out and checking out, even if I don't have money, it's like a kid. You can't stop yourself. You have to go at least see what they have, and that's what I do every single time for these toy hunts. And if there's any good deals out there, I always let you guys know. But this is what I've seen on this particular toy hunt.
And taking a look at the G.I. Joe stuff over here. And got a quick kick and big boa still. Just not moving. Got the reaction ones there. Got a real Ghostbuster here with a G.I. Joe Spade. And then we got Duke, Macondo, Scarlet. It's the same thing I seen the last time I was here. But that is literally all they have. Like all the other ones that they had down the bottom, double packs and everything, are all gone. And they're not getting restocked. And it's basically the same thing with all this Marvel stuff, like just empty shelves down here. They're not restocking this stuff at all. That is slightly different though. It's about the only thing I've seen different over here. Taking a look at the McFarlane stuff is another one. It's usually the same stuff. He's being clearanced out for $11.49 now, and they still can't move it. I got this one, the Ghost of Zod. It's kind of weird. Just other than that, there's just not a whole lot to write home about. Another typical day here at Target with their Transformer selection. Some of the stuff being clearanced out. A whole bunch of empty shelves again, as per usual. Here we go. Just nothing is ever getting restocked, and there's a lot of the same figures just sitting on the shelves, just rotting away. These things just do not move. Just absolutely nothing. It's really sad. So we're talking about hex bugs. So as you can see, all the hex bugs have been removed, but they've already replaced it with hex bots. So yeah, Spin Master is going to be bringing them all back out. It looks like they're just rebranding them all as hex bots coming forward. Whether or not they're going to include some new ones, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I can't believe how it. Some days, like, they'll just put everything out, brand new stuff, and then, like, yeah, 2 days later, everything's empty again.
I know, right?
Leave it there for a long time.
It's just crazy, just absolute crazy what they do. I was actually kind of happy to see the hex bots. The company's called Spin Master actually bought out the hex bug toy line, and then they just kind of just said nothing about it. And then all of a sudden they just pulled them all off the shelves and they started rebranding. Now, when I was in just last week, which I didn't have that prepared for today because I'm going in line by everything that I recorded previously, but I did see that they did put the exact same ones back out again, just brand new packaging, just calling them hex bots now instead of hex bugs. So
yeah, that's weird.
I'm hoping that they do some new ones. It would be nice because a lot of us, even though we're doing the custom stuff, it would be nice to see some more official ones launched. So see what happens. But I'm going to get into the next toy review here.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people have been giving this one some pretty big praises. I found a lot of problems with this guy. So without any further ado, here we go with my next toy review.
Guys, welcome back as we're hanging out with Dark Helmet, the master of the sci-fi, and of course that new Transformers pick. Well, it's really new at this point, and it's been a few months. So go ahead, we got Helmet hanging out right here, and we got something to take a look at from Transformers movie 1986. We got Studio Series Bumblebee! So we're going to go ahead, we're going to take a look at this one. Now, I know I've seen some of the reviews that other people had on this, and it's always a chore to be able to remember to get around to all these figures that are sitting in the back, but that's what I'm going to be doing moving forward, unfortunately, since there won't be as many live streams. But yeah, not bad looking. I mean, it looks like a Beetle. I mean, I wish they would have did a better job from what I'm seeing already on the vehicle form. I wish they would have made it look more like a traditional Beetle and not like a newer one like a Cooper or something. Otherwise, the figure in the box looks interesting, and hopefully it holds up like the origin Bumblebee did. So let's go ahead and get out of the box and take a look at this little yellow sucker. Right out of the box, here we go with our Studio Series 86 Bumblebee. Not bad. He looks a little bit on the stumpy side, and I can't quite place what it is. So I grabbed my 86 Cliff Jumper. And they're roughly the same size, but it does look like Cliff Jumper's. Yes, Cliff Jumper's legs are a bit longer than Bumblebee's. So I think they shortened his legs a little bit too much. I know they made the bottom of the car a lot bigger like the original G1 figure is, but even in the cartoon, it wasn't quite that big. We had to get Bumblebee, the little short Bumblebee, the Bumblebee that almost could. Got him balanced off the back wall, got him in a bit of a running position. He does not balance very well at all. He's got a very, very small point of standing on the bottom of this. So it's just this little black bar that's sitting right there that folds up. So it doesn't give a lot of space for him to actually be able to balance. That is a shame. That's a freaking huge miss right there. I mean, if they would have found a way to tuck those bars, then he could have stood up and wouldn't be falling over like a midget Nas. So he does have some movement right there in his teeny tiny little legs that is very close to his thigh, knees, and everything. And he doesn't have a traditional rocker. It's actually the whole bottom panel for the whole foot. It's really weird the way it's designed. A decent movement up in the arms and the shoulders and the hands, the head. There's very, very little movement in his head. It doesn't move. It doesn't look up. It doesn't look down. It just kind of turns side to side. And, of course, the waist turn.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
That robot mode looked pretty damn sweet.
Dude, those knees on that are absolutely horrible for trying to pose that thing. Like the way they did it is the knee joint is like almost like at the middle of the thigh where the thigh should have been. Because you could see it on when I had the cliff jumper side by side, how much lower the knee joint was. And that's why this thing, it just looks odd when you start bending that supposed knee into position and trying to stand it. And because it doesn't have traditional rockers and there's like a separate like side joint above the where the ankle would be, like almost towards the top of the shin, it just looks funky when you start tilting it. It just I don't know, it just doesn't look right to me. But
the other miss, I'd say, why they give them black windows, they should have been blue. Exactly.
It should have looked like the cartoon. That's what they were going for. They were going for the 86 movie. That's what it should have looked like. But let me play the second half, and then we'll get total thoughts on this one. This is where I start having a few more problems with this one.
We now return to the Transformers.
For that articulation, for being able to get this Bumblebee into a kneeling position, I could pretty much say for certain there are certain senators and Congress people and I don't know, maybe somebody in higher office that can get down to a much better kneeling position than this Bumblebee. This is absolutely atrocious. You cannot even approximate a kneeling position on this one. Looks like Bumblebee is going to lose some work out at the corner tonight. Go with Bumblebee celebrating. I don't know what you're celebrating about Bumblebee. Your articulation is horrible. This one, I know the design looks okay, but his legs look way too damn stumpy. There are a lot of misses on this figure, and anybody saying that this figure is perfect, you're not really paying attention to what you bought. You really need to take an unbiased look, because this thing is far from freaking perfect. And here we go in this Beetle mode. Did you notice something's missing off the top? Oh man, you shortchanged me? No, there, that just popped right the hell off while I was transforming. Nice, Hasbro. And always nice when you barely put these things together and they fall apart during transformation. What a way to go. That's sure to bring a whole bunch of people in to buy your product. As a Volkswagen Beetle, it's very squarish. I mean, I remember the original toy had a bit of a square top, wasn't really rounded like a real Volkswagen Beetle, but this seems exceptionally squared out like a Mini Cooper or something. You can port the gun onto the back, but yeah, let me tell you, the absolute pain in the ass to try to snap all this stuff together. Holy crap. It's like dealing with your girlfriend if everything she has is plastic limbs. This is just a mess. Final thoughts on this midget. I would say if you were looking for a better Bumblebee, I would say look into the War for Cybertron line. I really do feel that Bumblebee was done a lot better than this one. This one just feels like a miss to me. It feels cheap too. That's another thing. Cheap. The best I can give this one is a 6 out of 10. I was really hoping that this one was going to be a lot better than this, but it just misses all the way around for me.
Prime told me there'd be days like this, and you didn't believe him? I do now.
Guys, that is all we have on this Studio Series 1986 Bumblebee. What did you guys think of our assessment on this one? Do you think we killed it this time, unlike Bumblebee in the 1986 movie? Or did you think we missed something? Be sure to let Dark Helmet know what you thought about this one.
The Transformers, more than meets the eye. The Transformers.
That was a great line at the end. The way you had the light hitting it, the windshield looked the right color of blue while it's on the rotating base.
Well, here's another thing. So the rest of the figure looked pretty clear, but you noticed how his face was like fuzzed out the whole time, the way the light was hitting it because of the type of like it wasn't really chromed, but it was the certain color, whatever that they used over top of the silver for his face.
Okay.
It would blur out on the camera. And what's going on, Godzillionaire? What's up, man?
What's up?
He looks more like G1 hubcap. Yeah. Or if you remember this one, so there was a figure, he wasn't actually officially released, but he did find his way onto packaging shelves, and everybody called him Bumper because he was yellow like Bumblebee, but he had more of the shape of a cliff jumper, even though he didn't, because he was like a Mazda vehicle or something. He was originally released in the micro change line, and he was left over as extra toys. And when Hasbro partnered up with Takara, they wound up just getting some of these and throwing them in package. And sometimes it'd be in a Bumblebee package, sometimes it'd be in a cliff jumper package. Right. Not many made it onto the shelf, but that's what he reminded me more of, that Bumper character.
Yeah, that's kind of a shame. I think the robot modes still look good, but yeah, that kind of sucks. I'd say the War for Cybertron, the specifically, I think it was the Walmart exclusive, because they didn't have them in any of the stores. The Walmart one where they had
that's the one I have.
Yeah, I love that figure. Yeah, Cliff Jumper was the first kind of model that they used for that, and then they made some tweaks to the mold, but essentially it's the same figure. But he actually, at least he turned into more of the Volkswagen. And I know he had the parts forming where it was like the whole back section of them. That's a whole separate piece, and you plug it on. For something that actually transforms into the full vehicle, like I could appreciate that, but the vehicle was off. If they rounded the top more, it would have been better. And if they did that kind of sky blue or that very light blue on the windows instead of the darkened out like tinted windows, then we're talking. But yeah, that kind of sucks.
It was just one too many misses for me to give it a really good score, and it pissed me off. I was looking forward to this one. For the most part, the 86 line has been really good. Here, I'm going to drop Adam's link in there. That one should work. Somebody check it.
Yeah, what's going on with links, man?
Okay, so Curtis... No, Curtis is not modded.
I thought he was. I thought I seen him drop a link earlier.
I don't know. He's in. I'm looking in Vinnie's chat, and no, he looks. It's gray. It's gray like everyone else.
Oh, let me get over there. I'll fix that.
Is it just in Vinnie's chat? Because
I'm looking.
Adam's link works. I clicked on it.
Yeah, he's modded on Tommy's channel. Yeah, so it's just different. Yeah, different channels.
Yeah, Curtis, you should have a wrench now on mine. Yeah, it's weird.
I'm not creative. Is asking you. You mean this one, Trina?
Is that the song? I would have to click on the link.
Evil Woman Electric Light Orchestra.
Yeah, I love that song.
Sweet.
Yeah, once again, a bit disappointed in that figure. I think they could have did it a lot better. And once again, for a $25 figure, they could have done better. And you know what? Especially with the points of articulation, because I made this point in the full-length video, because they had the little mini figures that came with Blaster and Soundwave. You know, like you get your eject, you get your rewind, you get your frenzy and rumble figures that you get in the little core class. Those things had better articulation as far as being able to get into poses like kneeling down and everything else than this Bumblebee did. And I find that really sad that that's the case. And especially the way his head does nothing but turn side by side, and it doesn't have no tilt in it at all.
That is a disappointment. That other one that I had, I guess it's from the Legacy United one, where he looks more like a Mini Cooper. He's got like the one black streak that's over him. That's a really nice one. I thought they did a good job with it. He's like a slightly cartoon face.
Yep.
But I did mod that figure. I shaved down his chin. The chin they gave him like Jay Leno chin. I'm Bumblebee. You know, I got a lot of cars. You know.
Well, was he fighting Hogan?
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I shaved the shit out of that down, and that head's a lot better now. I just took it off the ball joint. You gotta be very careful, Owen. Yeah, I used one of Bram Frank's knife, and I just kept slicing until it gave a little extra shape to it as well, where it's more rounded. and it's cool. But yeah, that figure is a very nice figure, though.
Once again, I think that this figure could have been a lot better if they would have did something a little bit different with the joints and the legs. I mean, that's, to me, that is where this thing loses all its steam, is the articulation. Of course, there was a few panels. You probably seen it when I turned them to one side, so the right-hand side of the vehicle wasn't snapped in. Those panels weren't snapping in. It's kind of the same problem I had with that turtle van, where shit did not want to snap into place at all. Like, it just kept popping apart. And that should never happen. Shouldn't happen. It was, once again, it was clearances on this thing. So the clearances in the door panels of Bumblebee that fold back when he turns into the Beetle, they didn't go flat. They got stuck at a very small angle because the clearances inside the joint was completely incorrect. They were, I don't know if they were angled or what they did wrong, but it did not go flush, so it didn't go up against the body and clip in like it should have.
That's the problem with the smaller figures like that, because when they do want to put more articulation or mess with the actual design itself, you're going to run into those issues, because it's you don't have a lot of working room and space, so everything has to be very precise. So yeah, that sucks though. Yeah, what a shame.
Time Profit is giving you cheap bubble gum, and all I can think of is that old bazooka gum that came in those squares, the singular squares.
Oh yeah.
And they were wicked hard bubble gum.
Not just hard, but wicked hard.
And it would lose its flavor in like a minute.
Trina, was it 200% wicked hard?
Zebra gum. Zebra gum just lost its flavor in like 5 minutes. Actually, I'm being generous. It's more like 15 seconds.
Bazooka gum was nowhere near as bad as the gum that used to come with trading cards. That was the one. You would break your teeth and cut your gums up at the same time.
Oh yeah, those were terrible. Someone did. Oh, Will Sasso did that. He found old trading cards somewhere. He opened them live on the live stream.
And ate the gum. I remember.
And ate the gum. Yeah, and he was like practically vomiting.
Oh yeah, there's a website. I think you get it's like you can get horror stuff from it, and it's don't eat the gum.
Yep.
So I've talked about this one before, and when I was a kid, I didn't realize it. So they had this stuff called Razzles out.
Yeah, they still make those.
So yeah, it's actually a fruit flavored gum. I thought when I was a kid, because I didn't really read, I thought it was just a regular candy, and I used to eat those damn things.
Because they were like the same like little pebbles, like Nerds.
Well, no, they were a little bigger than that. They were probably like the size of a dime, but obviously a lot thicker. But
I know they made gum the size of Nerds, though.
I like those things. Those things were fun. But
another one.
My favorite was the Big Chew, the shredded.
Okay.
Big Chew. Yep.
Yeah.
Those were awesome.
I think they still make that as well.
Yeah, they do.
Nice. But yeah. And Bazooka Joe was it was so hard, but at least it had more flavor than some of that other cheap shit.
Well, do you guys remember the Chew Bops?
No,
I don't know.
So Chew Bops actually looked like a little mini 33 record, and inside of it, it had a piece of gum that was in the shape of a record.
I remember those.
No, I don't remember that.
They used to make little pizzas like that too.
The pizza, I remember the
pizza gum in the little box.
Yeah. Not just because I'm Italian. Thank you very much.
Shit, I remember they had candy cigarettes, where you could actually where you could actually pretend to smoke, and like the sugar would come blasting out of it.
If you blew out instead of in, it looked like you were smoking.
Yeah, how did we not all have diabetes at like the age of 8?
Well, that's why most of us have like all kinds of autoimmune disorders and shit.
That's true.
So
the youngest they put in the bread.
I also did have
these were the Chew
dental
Bops.
surgery. I had an emergency dental surgery just a few months ago, so I'm paying the price.
Oh man.
Yeah, so these were the Chew Bops, and then you can see like it had the little record piece of gum.
Yeah,
wow.
I remember those.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah, I don't remember those at all.
Does it say $110?
Yep. Without the gum, too. Without the gum. You're not even getting the gum.
For the
Like, what
cases,
fun?
just for the boxes.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You never know what's going to wind up being collectible in the future.
Yeah.
It's the oddest shit.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Called them sweet cigarettes in Britain. They're recently banned. Yeah, I remember when they first started getting rid of them here, they went from candy cigarettes to candy sticks. And I don't even know if I think they still sell the candy sticks right around Halloween time, but that's pretty much the only time you ever see them.
Oh, yeah.
Well, do you remember the old ones? The old ones, and I brought a few back from my dad's house because he still had a few sealed. So the candy cigarettes actually came in name brands like
there was
Marlboro,
Lucky Strike.
yeah,
Yeah.
Lucky Strike,
Yeah.
Winston, and the ends of the candy cigarette were red, like as if it was a
Like
cherry
it
on
was
it.
lit.
Oh, yeah. I do remember that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Thank you, Time Prophet. I appreciate that, man. I remember my cousin because he used to get those all the time, and he stole his mom's cigarettes. And I remember we were out there, and he's lighting them up. You want one? I'm like, no, I didn't like them to begin with. It's like I prefer the candy. And him and one of my brothers, they lit it up. They couldn't stop coughing. They turned green in the face.
Yeah.
And she flipped out. She didn't flip out that they actually smoked them. She was more pissed that they stole her cigarettes.
Yeah, you don't steal a smoker's cigarettes, dude. That's like
Yeah, and she was a chain smoker too at the time. So she's like, "What? You stole my cigarettes?"
Yep. It was more about I'm missing a pack of smokes. What's going on?
Right.
Wait a minute. Did they change rules, Soul Assassin?
What's that?
Smoking's not healthy anymore? What the hell's going on with this world? Get off my damn lawn.
They're trying to push kids to smoke other things.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, but the type of things that they're smoking would wind up putting the articulation in Bumblebee's knees to shame.
Are we talking about some of those other YouTubers again? Are they Democratic picks?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, shit.
Where did it all go so wrong? Where did it all go so wrong?
We're going to talk about some of that tomorrow, so don't worry.
Right. So I got one more, and then I'm going to pass it off to somebody else. I'm going to lead in with our toy break for the evening. Trina, I don't know if you want it or if Vinnie's going to go again or Slasher. You guys figure it out while I'm playing this toy break. So, guys, here goes something that's a little bit older for this toy break. I dug this one out. Yeah, knife fight in the back. Let's keep it civil, kids. 6-inch blades only.
Here we go! What a toy break for the show. So this one coming by way of Hasbro 1977 in replacement of their G.I. Joe line. They had the Adventure Squad and they had this lizard guy as one of the enemies that the now reformatted Adventure Squad Joes actually had to deal with. I've had this one for a long time. Unfortunately, my father, being the butthead that he was, did not store this very well, and the arm got broken. The plastic around the chest is kind of snapped out. Kind of like a lot of people on YouTube when they're sitting there hate watching shit. Anyway, he did have a feature right here, so he had a light up feature, and I believe it was activated by the arm lifting the arm up, maybe tilting the head back, and he actually had a red light that would come out of the chest. And I believe there was like a slide piece or something like that where it would actually have two different colors that came over the front of that. So there was red and maybe blue, or maybe it was just white. But there you go with that. He just had simple posability, had the legs move, the arms move, and then the head would turn a little bit, and then it had this weird like clicking action. And once again, I forget what that did. It's been an awful long time. If I could ever get them working, I'll be able to show them all lit up and everything. But there you go, 1977 Lizard Man from the rebranded G.I. Joe line.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome for an old school thing. Except for an arm falling off, but I like him. He looks like the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah, I like that.
I mean, and it was cool. Like you're talking about a lot of those old school toys like that, and like obviously I've had this one forever since I was a kid. So I mean, light up features and everything like that they used to include in the toys back then. I mean, now it's like you see a light up fixture, it's like, wow, look, this has got a light up feature. This is amazing, man. They used to do that shit back in the 70s. It ain't nothing new. It's just that they're too lazy to put it in most things now.
What was the name of that line?
It was like a Venture Team or a Venture Squad. I can't remember. I think it might have been a Venture Team. So yeah, there was at some point where they rebranded the GI Joe because military figures were kind of like on the out. So they rebranded Joe into like the Adventure Team or something like that. Okay. So they had this as like an enemy. They had some kind of big squid or octopus or something like that as like an enemy for the Adventure Team. So
it was like the Action Force stuff over there.
No, Action Force was actually what GI Joe was called over in the UK.
In England, okay.
Yeah, this was just like a rebrand where they called it the Adventure Team, and it had no military whatsoever to it.
Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Did you guys figure out who's going next?
Trina, you want to go?
Yeah, sure. I'll do it.
Cool.
I agree, DVB. I agree. I was really sad to see that. And it wouldn't have been that bad if the chest wasn't broken, because that's what held the damn worm in.
I'm so surprised at that Bumblebee piece, that the chest part or his roof came off.
Wow. I was so pissed. So pissed about that.
I can imagine.
I gotta figure. Oh, here it is. Is that full screen? All right, there we go.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so yeah, this is actually 2 figures. This is the color version of the Mummy, and I also am doing the black and white version. It's in the same review. Yeah, I decided to do. I should have done that with Frankenstein, so I figured I'd do that with this figure. But yeah, I love the box art and of this, like both figures. The box art is awesome. That's what I really loved about the Universal Monsters line. Yeah, and this is the black and white version.
The movie poster stuff is just amazing.
Big time. Yeah, it's very very well done.
By the way, did you see that NECA, they have the version with him with the fez that's coming out as well?
Yeah, you showed me that.
I only saw the back of the head. I didn't see the full figure yet.
Oh yeah, I'll be getting that.
Yeah, it
so
pretty good.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait. So yeah, as you can tell, the color version's on the right and the black and white's on the left, and they come with the same stuff. And you can tell a difference on the camera between the color. It's actually harder in person to tell the difference between the versions of the characters. I was surprised at that.
Yeah, one's like he's like fully like the gray tones, and the other one's it's slightly off colored.
Yeah, it's like
the wash and everything that they have on them.
Yeah, it's a very slight kind of like a tan. Yeah, it's not a huge difference though.
Yeah, both are freaking great though.
Yeah, and very articulated. Did you already do this figure, Vinnie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I only had the colored one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I love the box on the black and white one though too.
Yes, I know.
That with the orange behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Just both of you. Just throw the kid that likes the glow in the dark ones under the bus and talk about your fancy schmancy boxes.
Are you gonna get the wait? What's the one coming out? No, the Sea Creature. You gonna get the Sea Creature one, Tommy?
The Black Lagoon one. He was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive.
Yeah, but they're gonna release them.
Maybe
they have to. I would be surprised if they don't.
They just announced Dracula too, and I think they said that was going to be another exclusive.
They can suck your fuzzy nuts. I think they're gonna release them for everybody.
They hate me. They hate me. That's what it is.
It'll all eventually be released, I think, in glow in the dark.
Yeah, because they had that exclusive for the gargoyles, the one with the trench coat and the hat, and I believe you could find them in different places now, like online stores. But yeah, you mustn't read from the book. That's right. Yeah, no, this thing was beautiful.
Yeah, I know. For just a mummy guy, it actually has a lot of detail. I was actually surprised about that, and a lot of articulation. I showed it in the very beginning, but the way that his head and neck articulates, I was not expecting that at all.
Yeah, they really went above and beyond. I said that too, like with the Frankenstein. He does better splits than some Spider-Man figures.
Mm-hmm.
So I was very impressed by what they did with these. Yeah, they've been hitting home runs with all the Universal stuff.
Yeah.
The thing that sucks is the accessory pack thing that they do. That's what sucks.
Yeah. That's kind of a cash grab thing. I haven't gotten any of those, and I don't plan on it.
Yeah, look at the range of motion.
I know that was amazing to me.
That is beautiful stuff.
I just want to say this about those accessory packs. I don't think they would be a bad idea if they made it worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but that's the problem. They don't really put enough in there to actually make it worth that price point when it's higher than the damn figure.
Exactly. What are they, like $45 to $50, right?
They're right around 40 to 45, because it was I want to say it was 40. It was 40 for the Gremlins one that I got, and other than like 2 accessories in it, the rest of it was not even close to being worth that $40 price tag.
Yeah, I came damn close to getting that Dracula coffin thing, and I'm like, no.
I know.
Back when I could afford a little bit more, but even still, it's like, no, it's this freaking massive kick in the sack. It's no, for a coffin, they charging all that, because literally the sarcophagus. I have one from an older figure. There was a mummy his arms were crossed. He was like a fixed statue, but he came with that sarcophagus, and I used it for this guy because it's something I found at a convention for like, I think it was $15. I was like, an amazing deal. I'm like, oh, this looks beautiful. So I got it. It was long before NECA started doing these. So I'm happy I hung on to it. And so I don't really need theirs.
So one thing I didn't hear you talk about, did you mention the bullet holes in them?
Oh, no.
You look right around the middle of the waist, you see all the bullet holes in his bandages.
That's right.
I forgot all about that.
That's cool. Yeah,
You're
I can't
right.
remember. I don't think I mentioned it in my review either.
I completely forgot about that.
That's awesome.
But I stopped the video because I had to mention that I had a hard time standing these guys up, and so I had to put them in those are doll stands. Those aren't like real action figure stands. And so because I don't have any of those NECA foot stands, I need to get some. I just don't have any. But yeah, I wanted to mention that they don't stand well on their own. Like if you put them on a shelf and like you walk by, they'll tip over for sure if you don't have them in some like stand.
Yeah.
Well, it was really weird when I did the filming of the black and white one. So I put it in that early base that I had, that early diorama was the tree background and everything with the grass and whatnot. So I had actually stood him up in that, and he actually stayed standing, surprisingly. The one I had a harder time standing was the Wolfman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did yours come with that round foot base or no?
Yeah, it came with the round foot one, and I actually used that for the Wolfman to stand him up.
Okay.
Yeah. They include that little that smaller foot disc thing for the Wolfman.
Yeah.
And I was surprised they didn't put something in like some disc or whatever for these guys because they really do need it.
Yep.
But Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna keep going with this, and
But
yeah.
those doll stands were still good, by the way.
Yeah, they work great.
Yep.
I mean, they're not the best look, but I mean, they work.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so in the color version of the faces, you can see way more. Well, I shouldn't say way more. You can see more detail in the eyes, and there's some life in the eyes with the color version.
Yeah.
That is, when I show you, you'll notice it. It's kind of missing with the black and white face. So see how there's a little more life in the color version?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The thing I like about the black and white version, though, is I like it's more like shaded, I guess.
Yeah, because they're not putting extra like painted colors in there. Because this like you'll have a couple of different layers. That's what's making like the eyes pop more.
Yeah.
And I believe that it's also like digital or printed on. I think that's what they're doing now. So, but yeah, with the black and white one, it's more of just like a wash kind of all over. And then they'll hit certain spots a little bit darker. But yeah, both still look amazing because the sculpts are fantastic.
Yeah, very much.
These are beautiful.
Yeah, these are so well done. But yeah, there's definitely more life in the eyes on the color version. But I like the shading, like the black in between the bandages on the black and white.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, this is probably one of the bigger differences is that ring. You can tell it's a gold ring with a stone in it.
Yep.
Whereas on this hand, if it focuses, there we go. You can't really tell what the metal is. It's just a ring. It still looks good though.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's a nice coloring. Oh, a time prophet. Not exactly. It wasn't just kings. They actually mummified pets, especially cats.
Yeah. And they even found some that they're mummified, but not to the same extent. They said some of like the servants and stuff too. There's just a whole ton of stuff we really don't know that they've only given a small piece of information on.
Yeah. And so this is an extra hand that they give you, and I can't compare it to the color version because I don't know what the heck happened. As I unboxed the color version, I lost that hand and I can't find it anywhere. So
Carpet monster got it?
It was in the kitchen. I don't know where the heck it went.
Oh.
Is it possible it ran off?
Like the Evil Dead hand, or the Addams Family,
Shit. Well, I hope a pet doesn't find it. That happened to me once. I opened up one of those Marvel Legends, and it had like it was a Build-A-Wave figure, and I didn't care about the Build-A-Wave figure. And the head, it had like that thing flew somewhere, and I lost it. It went behind my bed or something. And yeah, the dog he had gone behind it, like, I don't know, a week later or something, and he was chewing on it. I'm like, what the hell? And he darted out of my room. Like, what did he have in his mouth? Ran over. He had the head. He was just gnawing on it.
Oh no.
Well, luckily, guys, so yeah, he didn't choke or nothing.
That's good. The cats won't do that. They might bat it around, but they won't eat it.
Okay, that's good. Maybe he was just a puppy then anyway. So.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And so this is interesting. In the little tomb, you're only supposed to get one scroll, but mine came with two. So I got, if anyone needs one, I have an extra.
Oh, nice.
They gave you an extra one because they knew you were going to lose the hand.
There you go.
See, yeah.
That was kind of them. Soul Assassin. Oh, come on. The carpet monster.
And yeah, you can definitely tell the difference between the two tombs with this. The Osiris figures are gold on the other one, and the stars are gold. but it's still, I think it still looks awesome.
Oh yeah.
Just the way it is. And the scroll actually is a little different, and I'll compare them for you guys.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, I was actually
Same colored paper though.
Same paper, yeah. But this one is a little washed out.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
it is. It's like that's how you would see it in a black and white movie.
Yeah.
So that's some good attention to detail.
Yeah, it is.
And yeah, I just hold them up for you guys again just to show you the difference. But yeah, they do one in color and one in like grayscale.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive to do that little detail like that.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, there they are, just side by side to compare. And like I said, I can't decide which one I like both. I mean, which one I like better. I like them both.
Yeah, they're very similar anyway. But yeah, it's just like these subtle differences, and it's just that I don't know, like the box. I like the kind of gold trim on the box of the color one.
Yep, I like that
and
too.
The little stars and stuff. Like that pops a lot more.
Yeah.
Well, in person, for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, and both are killer.
Soul Assassin says that was actually the foreign language instructions. It's fragile.
It's Italian.
So yeah, that's about it for that. I was impressed with these guys. That'll be live on my channel tomorrow morning.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Yeah, those are beauties. I love everything that the NECA has been doing regarding those Universal monsters. Yeah. And I cannot wait now for the Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee.
Yes.
Those are jaw dropping.
Yeah.
Holy hell. So I'm so happy that they're doing more monster stuff from that Hammer Films now.
The one thing I wish that NECA would do is I wish they would find some way to bring that affordability price down, because it just keeps going up. Like I know on average, most of them were 34, but I've seen some of them going back up to 38 or more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really sucks. And forget if you find them in comic shops, they're like starting at like 40 to 45.
Yeah, I can't get them for less than 45 at my local collectible store. So I try to pre-order them on Big Bad Toy Store because it ends up cheaper for me.
Yeah. I try to wait for Target because that's usually the best deal. But the problem is if they're really hot figures, they'll fly immediately.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I never find any. Well, I shouldn't say never, but I barely ever find anything local.
Yeah, it's difficult in some places. But again, because everyone's stealing these things too, they're bringing less and less of them into the stores.
Yeah.
It's funny, for a very, very short window, a couple of my targets were not fully stocked with NECA. That lasted about a week and a half.
Oh, you poor thing.
And then all of a sudden they were loaded up again.
You poor thing.
You are so lucky with your stores.
You know what that means though too? Because it's a different. They don't come in with the regular figures. They're their own special distributor guy comes in and stocks those. So whoever that is must live close to that area, or they might have a factory that's close to where you live, Tommy. I think that's why they're always pretty well stocked.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I was talking to someone about that. I'm like, do you know what figures are coming in? You're like, oh, no. My buddy told me a guy comes in separate from everything else. And even like the person who puts them out on the shelf, it's not regular Target employees. It's someone who's like a representative from NECA.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yep. I learned that at my local Target as well.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's pretty wild.
Like they won't even, excuse me. They won't even like straighten up the NECA area in my Target because they said the NECA like representative or whatever has to take care of that. So they just leave it a mess. It gets really messy too.
Oh yeah, I've seen some of them too by me because like it's kind of like a hot tourist spot. The Target by me because it's connected to like one of the bigger malls in the United States. So yeah, man. Oh my God, it looks like a shit show in there. Especially when all those Predator figures were coming out, it looked like a bomb hit that whole section.
Yep.
Yeah, it was terrible.
You're damn right. Toes will be nibbled. There's a lot of those NECA figures I wish I could have got, but man, I missed out a whole bunch of those TMNT ones they had going on, and those things look absolutely phenomenal when they were doing the classic comic ones.
Oh yeah. I saw some of those.
Don't believe that hype time, Prophet. They're not.
Yeah, Target doesn't even carry guns. At least none of the ones I know of.
Yeah, Walmart used to, not anymore.
Yeah.
Well, our Walmart has a few things. They just don't have very much.
Yeah, they're very specific types of like hunting rifles or something. I think is still seen by one of my Walmarts, not all of them, but one of them. Yeah, it's mostly like those airsoft guns, the BB guns and stuff.
Yeah,
CO2
same.
cartridges. Like I've seen a lot of those. I picked up a couple over the years.
You could break the skin with a BB gun.
Oh yeah, you could.
Yeah.
Those pump ones too. Have you seen like the old Red Ryder type ones?
Oh, the Red Ryder one is shit. I have that.
Yeah.
Remember, that's what I was doing the legit toy breaks with.
Yep.
But the other pump one that my dad used to have, it was like a 1900 or something like that. That thing could pump up something like, it's only supposed to pump up 8 times, but I would pump it up like 10. And that thing would blow right through those plastic toys.
Oh, I believe it. My brother has he's got a crack barrel one. I forgot what type it was, but yeah, that thing got pretty powerful too.
Hey, we need a gun when you scroll a dead, Trina?
Yeah.
Yeah, like my Walmart's usually stopped with a lot of ammo, but yeah, the guns are a little bit limited. But that's when you go to like one of those country type grain stores. Like we have one, I want to say it's up in the Cape area, or should I say out in the Cape area? They got all kinds of freaking guns there. Like holy shit, they got a hell of a selection. I wish I had the money to purchase one of each.
Yeah. Holy crap, dude! What is this slasher?
Cool.
What company was doing this? Oh, you're muted.
You muted Slash.
Sorry, Super 7 figure.
Holy crap.
Yeah, this thing, it looks awesome, but it's $125.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, man.
But this is fucking sick.
Yeah, it is.
See the fish skeleton in its stomach?
Yep.
Dissolving in there. That's badass.
Yeah, it is.
How big is this thing? Does it say?
Let's see. 11.
Okay. Oh, it's like those the Transformer ones. Have you seen them?
Okay, here he is compared to the smaller one. I don't know, this thing. I really like this thing, but if I had $125 that I could just burn, you know what I'm saying, that I could just burn through, I'd pick them up, but nah.
Yeah, the kind of anatomy of a character is pretty cool.
Awesome though.
Yeah, wicked awesome.
I like that.
And that's the one problem I have with Super 7. They're another one. Their pricing is getting ridiculous.
Yeah,
like they're actually, I think they're actually worse than freaking NECA now at this point.
See, Trina, look what it says. Gillman. Remember when we were watching the Monster Squad?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I was telling you that was kind of like his other name other than Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yep. Gillman. Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of the official name. Which again, there was this female artist who actually she did the original design and the sculpt of that mask from the original movie.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, she was kind of famous too back in the day. Super talented. I think I showed pictures of her on one of the toy streams a while back. But yeah, good stuff. I guess I'll show my my last one.
Yeah, sure. I will say this: the guys talking about BB guns, and I know there's a lot of states that require you to have licensing to be able to get a BB gun, but most states, believe it or not, don't have any kind of licensing on black powder, which is a lot more deadly than a friggin' BB gun. Go make sense out of that.
That's funny. So I did get this one a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, this is actually a pretty damn cool Starscream. It kind of surprised me. I was talking to Tommy about this one, and I passed on him 1 week, and then the next time I went, I'm like, well, there's only one. I want to pull the trigger on it, and I was able to get it for a little bit of a discount because of the GameStop thing, like the monthly reward. So yeah, so I picked this guy up and pretty impressed with him. Again, the box is always kind of crappy what they did. Like the artwork's cool on it, but I don't like that you could actually touch the figure in the package like that. Because we've seen things stolen or ripped apart. I've seen so many Transformers figures that had the heads ripped off. Like, I don't understand. Like, they just walk by and yank them out because they could touch them. Like, I don't get it. But, yeah, luckily this was at GameStop, so they don't really do that sort of thing. But the top of the box is all damaged, kind of banged up and bent up. So, a little bit. Or not too bad on this one, but, yeah, anyway, I hate when they do those. But overall, this thing is pretty cool. He does have what they call the parts forming, which are his shoulder pieces and those fins on the back. You could remove all 4 of those, and I will show like kind of everything that what he looks like and kind of the purpose of why they did that. I kind of prefer my Transformers to have all parts connected on them, but for what they did with this, it does make sense because apparently this version of him, he has like hidden blades that are in the shoulder parts. You can see the purple, or they kind of like they fold out, and you can move that whole section to his forearms. I think apparently he did that in that specific cartoon. Was this Armada, this design?
I forget offhand.
Okay.
To be honest, I forget which one it was, but no, it wasn't Armada. Armada is the one I did before I gave a really piss poor score because it had the sloppy joints. This was something later on, like a Cybertron.
Ones or,
I think it was Cybertron Legacy or something like that. They also did the blades coming out of the arm in IDW as well.
Right. And then he had like this, I guess, this Sigma key thing, or I think that's what they called it. I couldn't get this to focus. But yeah, there's a little insignia on the top of it. It's all just clear purple plastic. I don't know anything story-wise about it, but it ports into the back. So you can put it in there, no problem. So it is what it is. But those kind of wing things in the back, you don't need them to be on, especially when he's in robot mode. But for his vehicle mode, yeah, it's part of it. And I do like an option that you could do. You could kind of change around with it. I'll show that later. But yeah, the arms, yeah, these things are pretty cool. I like the way that they look. The plastic they use is really nice too. And yeah, you could port it right onto the forearm. So there's no problem there. So you get him in his kind of his battle ready mode and whatnot. You know, both the right and the left both have those. And of course, you could plug them up there. So that's pretty cool. And they did something really nice with the engineering on him when I get to the articulation. I'll be showing that. Something that has nothing to do with the transformation whatsoever, but they added it in there, which was a huge plus. And yeah, he comes with his blaster, but they did it like clear as well. And I said it reminds me of like a purple Jolly Rancher or something. But it still looked cool. Normally, I'd rather have like an all solid black or silver or, you know, whatever it needs to be. But I'm okay with that. Like, it didn't bother me. And it kind of makes sense, too, with like his other weapons. But the detailing on him is really nice. I like the design of this thing. If I didn't, I wouldn't have picked it up. But I am a fan of Starscream, so I'm like, yeah, I'll give this thing a go. And I'm happy I did because he does look really nice. And it's rare to find like nicely articulated Starscream figures. And he's got some good articulation. So
how are the joint clearances on this one?
Well, look at that. See, he's got this hinge that comes off the shoulder. So he has clearance now. Like his arm could go all the way up, which that's what I loved about the engineering on this guy. They did not have to do that, and they added it in there because it has nothing to do with his transformation. So that was cool. He's got the bicep rotation. He has the bend at the elbow. This will happen if it's not ported in properly, but again, this is the only issue you're going to have with a figure like that. So with the, you know, the add-on parts. His hand does rotate. The waist, it doesn't go all the way around, but it's enough where I'm happy that that's there. Because again, the other parts, his splits go well beyond Van Damme. again, because of the design of the figure. So yeah, this guy, he get into some crazy poses, and I was very impressed with the engineering on that. Single bend for the knee, but it goes well past 90. His feet are great. Those rocker joints go all the way, and his foot, there's extra articulation in there too. So a little bit of a fold out part because of transformation, but yeah, it works well. And there's his Cybertronian jet mode, which this is the thing I do like about the Hasbro figures. Most of their figures, not all of them, but most of them have like a little hole in the back. So if you have one of those, again, the SH Figure Art stands or the Bondi stands, they pour it in fairly well. And since all the joints are very tight on this thing, it could hold them up just fine. So that was really cool. I'm happy I still had that out. But yeah, and even his gun, it ports in, and then you could kind of fold two pieces. So the whole thing was kind of hidden, and you just have like the one blaster in the front. So that was impressive. And even that back fin part, since they are separate pieces and they kind of peg in at the top, if you wanted to reverse them, you could, and it looks more like a little bit closer to an Earth jet by kind of playing around with that. Not totally, but yeah. So there, you have at least an option of how you want to display the figure. And yeah, since it could rotate, you could have it more flat and flush as well. It's up to you how you want to pose it. But I like that option's kind of there.
Boy, does that look awesome.
Yeah, pretty damn sweet. I was surprised because I never even knew about this figure. I first saw him in the stores, never saw him online. It was in the stores first. I'm like, this is pretty cool. Had no clue what it was from. But yeah, very nice stuff. And yeah, so there's just for a size comparison, Sunstreak and the Bumblebee, which I like to call like the Mini Cooper version of Bumblebee, which is a really nice figure. And yeah, there's the scaling with my bootleg Megatron, and he's like about 8.5, close to 9 inches. Megatron, he's fairly large for what he is, but it's because he's got those long legs. So not too bad. I think they look really, really nice together.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you don't really care about movie and comic book or cartoon versions of the universes, it works. It's cool if you got a display and you want to just put your bad guys together.
Yeah.
And I'm a huge fan of that Megatron. It's a damn shame they never put him in the movie like that. I think they couldn't really decide on the design of his vehicle modes and stuff. Because I know, like in the Michael Bay movie, like he was supposed to be like that jet, and they weren't completely sold on it. But yeah, there's a little Bumblebee transform.
That looks great.
Yeah, he's a cool figure. I think I don't know if they're in the same cartoon, but they're definitely in the same line of figures. So this batch came out at the same time. They're both Legacy United.
I believe that Bumblebee is from Prime or one of those cartoons, if I remember correctly.
So maybe he is too. So I gave him a 9 out of 10. Pretty damn high. He didn't get perfect because, like, again, the parts forming kind of bothers me a little bit. But other than that, like, this is a pretty damn solid figure. And I really, really like the design of this guy. Something about it.
I want to say that Starscream is so when they were doing some of the new cartoons after Beast Wars, they had the first one they did was, I believe it was Armada, and then after that they did one called Cybertron, and the Cybertron one actually brings in, I mean, technically Unicron kind of comes in an Armada, but they get into the Cybertronian keys in the Cybertron one, and that's why he has that key. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense then. Yeah, because it says Cybertron Universe on his box. So it's the Legacy United, and then there's it's the other part that's on there too. So that's cool though. Like I said, something different. Wasn't familiar with it. Very happy that I got it because he's a fun figure to pose. That's for damn sure. And I barely even showed some of the stuff he could do. Like he could really get down to some great squatting positions if you want him kind of like running to the side and shooting. Like however you want to display this thing, you got great options. That's for sure. And I like that all the stuff he comes with, you could store it on him. So yeah, the way that the gun kind of poured in, I think he was talking over it, but when I had them rotating. Yeah, on this part. So like those fold open and they snap together in the middle. But yeah, the gun ports in the back, and then that kind of holds it in place. So yeah, it's super solid. All the connection points on it.
Nice.
Yeah, very nice. And it's one of the ones that I would have never got because I really didn't watch the Cybertron series. I mean, I knew of it, but I didn't really watch it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the same thing with Armada. I didn't really watch it, so.
Which to me, it's kind of crazy that they released him and then the one that you reviewed from the video game, because that one from the video game can't hold a candle to this figure. Like I couldn't believe it. I saw them in the store together. They had, I think, 3 of the one that you reviewed, and just 1 of this guy.
The other one's even worse, though. I mean, I thought that the Gamer Edition one was bad, but that other one was even worse. The Armada one, the Armada Starscream was that thing was horrendous. Like all the loose joints and everything. Like wow, it was just such a shit show. But Starscream is one of those characters. I mean, he's a popular Decepticon, and no matter how many different molds they do of him, they're almost always going to sell out.
Oh, yeah. He is amazing. There's one that they have for that new video game that's kind of in development hell, where it's a 2-pack of Bumblebee and Starscream. I dug him out because he came out that 2-pack came out, I want to say, close to last year. Somewhere around there, but I dug it out. I didn't have a chance to review it, but the 2-pack of these guys are incredible. I'm very impressed with those figures and the designs, but the game isn't out, so it's like I don't think they did well, because like when I remember when I got it, it was like on a discount as well. So for 2 figures, it was pretty affordable.
Very nice.
I'll have to get around to that soon.
Mm-hmm.
I think you'll dig it because Starscream he turns into a proper jet, but I guess in the video game, like those characters, I guess they got so damaged that in the story that they have replacement parts. So like the Starscream, like half of his body has like black like panels on it instead of like the full proper, he's like the silver and red and blue. So it's silver, red, blue, and black. Like there's sections of like patches on them. Like they kind of like repaired them. And it's pretty cool. I was kind of surprised by it. Well, I'll have to get around to doing the review.
Awesome. Anybody else? Or am I going again?
Just let me show us something real quick.
All right.
Make it a figure.
It's called Special Superman, everybody.
Okay. Holy shit. This is one of those European knockoffs.
You like Special Superman?
This is great.
For some reason, it has the Batman symbol on it, too.
Yeah. Spider-Man with a Batman symbol, and his name is Super Superman.
Was this made in India?
Oh, it's Special Superman.
Oh, especial. That's great.
Was this from Spain or south of the border?
Did this come with a free packet of coffee?
The warning is in English.
Holy crap.
Ages 3 and up, English.
That's fantastic.
Special Superman.
That is great.
But that's just a joke thing I was showing. But this right here, this is another one where they get crazy with the prices, man. This Batman is freaking awesome. This reminds me, look at the way they did the cape. If anyone remembers Norm Brayfogle.
Oh yeah.
Him and Jim Aparo are the Batman. They're the Batman that I know, the way they drew them. And the 2 completely different styles, but they're both tied for my favorite depiction of Batman.
Time Prophet, you never put anything past anybody anymore. There's somebody that could choke on that. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be a certain somebody in office, but I guarantee somebody would.
But I don't look at his face too, man.
Oh, you got to show it.
It's
We're still
freaking-
seeing a special Superman.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
This Batman right here. A special Superman. Sorry about that. I'll bring
That's
it up.
fantastic.
I'll
Right?
bring it up now.
Everybody, we hope that you enjoyed the collectible past knock knock joke.
Dude, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, Mayfax, yeah.
The way they did the shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way Norm Brayfogle used to do Batman when he would do him like huge in the background, like looking over the city and shit.
Yeah.
That's why I really like this one.
And the wired cape too. I dig that.
And he comes with like 2 different kinds of capes. He has the other one, the one without those crazy shoulders.
Nice. And the different ears too.
Yeah.
Or is it all different heads?
I never heard of this company till recently.
Oh, Mayfax?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been around for a while. I think I have 1 or 2 of their figures from years ago. Yeah, I have a Henry Cavill Superman that they did, which was pretty damn amazing. With the full wired cape and everything. Yeah, I really enjoyed that figure. They did a great job with it.
But the way this Batman, the way his head looks here, this is kind of like Kelly Jones, the way Kelly Jones used to do Batman.
Yeah, that's cool that they got all the different versions. But yeah, I know like the pricing on those things.
Yeah. We know about that stuff, Godzillionaire. Like some of these, well, I mean, even Hasbro's doing it with some of the prices on these things. Like that new Optimus Prime, the Studio Series 86 one is coming out. That's like, what is that, $85 to $89 or something?
Oh, yeah, he's about $100. That thing looks really good. I saw was Prime vs. Prime reviewed him. Yeah, I saw the majority of the review. He is beautiful, but unnecessary engineering so that they could jack those prices up. That's what they did on him, and that's what kind of irritates me. Because, well, yeah, you guys saw the one that the knockoff Optimus Prime, that really killer one. That's like 10 inches.
Was it a special Optimus Prime?
Yeah, he had like the cherry red kind of candy coated paint job on him,
and he had a Cobra logo on him.
No Cobra logo. But his the guy who put it on, he put it on the wrong shoulder, which was fine because he's normally depicted, especially in the cartoon, they flip flop them, or they had both shoulders. But yeah, like if they took a little bit of the design from that figure, they could have really had the most perfect version of Optimus. There's some things that kind of they went cheap on for them, charging $100. Like the whole interior of like the chest cavity that has the Matrix in it, they didn't paint it. That's all like solid red. That's like for a figure you're paying that much for, you couldn't even do that, or put like a molded part in there that was, at least all silver or something. Because when he opened up his chest in the movie, that was like a really epic moment that he's given the Matrix over, and it's like, how do you not do that?
Oh, are you guys in the chat mentioning my my proposed line of Batman figures?
Yes, that's fantastic. Office manager Batman.
And we had the Burn Baby Burn Batman.
Yeah,
Yes.
Disco Fever Batman. That was Disco Fever Batman.
Well, since we're talking about the Optimus, do you want me to show it?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I got him here. Oh, yeah, Big Bad Toy Store. Apparently, they had the pre-order. He's like $89 over there, plus the shipping and tax. So, like, yeah, we talking about this is like $100 figure.
Wow.
Yeah, and seeing him compared to the Earthrise one, the Earthrise one, he's maybe an inch shorter, but yeah, like you could tell that there is a noticeable difference, and like all the engineering that they did, like to make the cab part, like I said, it's very unnecessary what they did, because he does have some back kibble. Front, he looks awesome. The posability is pretty amazing. I mean, don't get me wrong, this thing's gorgeous. I would definitely if I have the money, or we get into a bank with one of our COVID masks in a video game. But like look at this. They didn't paint any of that in there.
You're gonna do like Ocean's fucking 75.
Yeah.
It's gonna be robbing people of action figures.
Oh shit. But they did a really nice job on this thing though. But if there's certain things that like they could have taken this over the top, especially for the money they're charging, and then he's supposed to be like the ultimate edition of Optimus. It's like, come on. Like the leg transformation is really nice on this thing too, from what I saw. But yeah, every angle is like it's balls on accurate to the cartoon. Well, to the movie specifically.
Once again, this is where Hasbro will get like 9 out of 10 right, and they will just flub on 1 or 2 things. You know, it just seems to be a habit of theirs.
Yep. Even like this part, shouldn't they have painted that silver like right above the grill?
Yeah, should have been.
You know, it's just like these little things that you just kind of you almost had a perfect.
Well, look at some of the other paint applications that they could have put the freaking lights on the freaking headlights in the front.
That's true.
They could have made them blue or yellow or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, they put the little yellow on the freaking top freaking cab light, or top of the cab lights.
Yeah.
They put the yellow there. Why couldn't they put them on the freaking headlights?
Yeah. Like they're skipping out on these certain things that, again, it's just we're talking a couple of pennies here or there. That's all it is to put those extra touches on it, and they act like it's I don't know. Like I said, $100. It's like it's cool that they put like these effects and stuff too. Like that's nice, but I care more about the actual main figure itself. But yeah, like they took some of the designs from the bootleg figures. So like even that red piece, that's attached to the blue of the tires and all that, and that kind of folds out and then flips over. Like I said, the engineering on the legs I thought were great. The upper half, it felt like it's too convoluted. They didn't have to do what they did, but I don't know. The trailer they did the right way. It's extra long as it's supposed to be. It's way bigger because like if you look at the Earthrise one, Earthrise was way too short. It's still really nice, but it's way too short. But yeah, this one they hit everything that they needed to, and now we have like a proper size Optimus. Because Earthrise, he's just a touch too small. This guy was right on the money, and I heard that now they said they're saying that there is a Megatron coming as well, which they have to redo. And I'm curious what they're going to do now because if it's
there's been a bunch of us talking about what they could do because they can't make him a gun. The toy laws in the United States forbid it. So there was a lot of discussions. I know Rodimus Primal is one of the people that I was kind of like going back and forth about it. And there's a lot of us that said that he could be a cannon. So you know how he's got like that particle cannon in the original toy? Have him turn into like that particle cannon thing. It's not a gun, it's a cannon, but it still kind of keeps in line at least with the G1 stuff. Yeah, that would be good. Because they definitely need an updated Megatron. That's your classic 86. And like again, he needs his companion piece now. That was pivotal. That was what that movie was about. The two of them in the beginning like that. All the trauma that they gave us when we were growing up. By taking out Optimus. Well, I can guarantee you one thing about this Prime, and it's going to be the same thing if they do the Megatron. They are going to re-release these in battle damage forms. You'll probably see a third Prime is an exclusive to Amazon or somewhere else, where he's going to be all decked out in gray as Dead Prime. Yep, they will. They've already done it a million times before. But yeah, look at this too. Like they didn't paint any of the inside of the trailer. That's another missed opportunity. I'm sorry. It's just a couple of cents more. It's not what they're what they make it out to be a lot of times. Even if they didn't paint it, even if they just had stickers placed on the inside, something. Yeah, that's fine too. But like overall, this thing looks amazing. It really does. But I'm just saying, for the price point that they're asking for, then you should have went all the way with it. But absolutely, still freaking beautiful, and yeah. Like I said, some of those reviewers are getting it way early. I think he's supposed to be out in November, or at least that's what this website says. So it might be like maybe end of September, beginning of October. Stores might get it.
I don't know what the street date is, but that's typically how it works. Because Big Bad Toy Store, they kind of get these things later since there's so many back orders on these things. But yeah, really cool figure.
How much are they gonna ask for that?
Well, they have it at $90 right now on Big Bad Toy Store.
Oh wow!
But yeah, I mean that's what you retail for.
I'd seen it on Hasbro's site for $89, but of course that doesn't include shipping because Hasbro won't give you free shipping because they're a bunch of cheap bastards.
Yeah, and for the size of this thing, like I said, you're looking at 100 easy. Over that. Well, yeah, Big Bad Toy Store. Yeah, it'll probably be like what 110 to 112, something like that.
What is it? Big Bad Toy. Well, a couple of those places they actually give you free shipping if you're over a certain order, but I think that order has to at least be $100 on most of them.
Right. Because I know I got what's his name, the Motor Master. I got it from them, and it was. It wasn't too bad. Like if you got it from Hasbro, you're paying way more. Hasbro, you're probably looking at about $120. But they're sold out.
It was like 115 to 120.
Yeah, but they're sold out over there as well. So that's hilarious. You get them directly from them, you're paying that much more.
But here's my last stuff on.
Here's a tip. If you go to Hasbro's eBay store, a lot of times you'll get free shipping.
Also plus the discounts that they're always offering.
Mm-hmm. But the thing is, they don't always have good figures. Every once in a while, they'll release something that's kind of hot, like those. Some of those G.I. Joe figures. They started releasing them on their eBay store, so you might not have to go to the price gouging monsters.
Well, sometimes they'll actually have discounts on the good figures, but it's very fleeting. So if you don't catch it, you just lose out.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, but their stock kind of goes quickly as well. So.
Yeah. Damn sons of bitches.
Right?
All right. I'm ready for the next one. Got another old school toy time here for you guys. A couple of interesting figures right here. Some more stuff that I just recently dug up. I was looking for things to sell, which I was kind of actually hoping to get some more stuff on eBay today, but I didn't have the opportunity spending all day freaking uploading. But here we go with some of the old school picks that I just found the other day.
Welcome back for this old school toy time on here on Collectable Past. Digging into something a little bit old school. This one is stamped 1984 Columbia Pictures by way of Kenner. Stomping in squishy marshmallowy with all kinds of goodness. We got the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Look at this big, giant, bloated son of... Anyway, this guy right here looks like he's the cousin of the Michelin Man. And, of course, he stomped his way into everybody's screens in that Ghostbusters movie from 1984. Then this is really odd. This is one of the few toys that I've seen that doesn't have a stamp on the bottom. Was Kenner ashamed? They only have Columbia 1984 stamped on there? Kenner, were you ashamed of this one? This one's pretty cool. It's actually very soft. It's like a vinyl tip material. His arms did move. So he's got movable arms. And he's got a movable head. But that is about it for Mr. Stay Puft. Guys, a really nice looking one right here. It's fairly clean still. Unlike a lot of YouTubers that I see all the time. I'm not going to get into that. But anyway, guys, hope that you enjoyed taking a look at this old school piece. Piggybacking off Stay Puft, coming and howling and growling right onto the screen right here. We got part of Real Ghostbusters 1989, their Monsters collection, and we have the Wolfman Monster. This one needs to be cleaned up. Another one a bit filthy, like a lot of YouTubers, and YouTube themselves, because you are a bunch of dirty, no good sons of... Anyway, Wolfman was pretty simple. He did have posable legs, but he also had the squeeze leg feature, like a lot of the toys were at the time, like the Superpowers collection. So you squeeze his legs, flips his arms back, and he kind of does a howl up at the moon. And look at that, still works really well. And of course, along with that, he also did, you could move the arms up and down, and you could move the legs as well.
Couldn't really move the head because that was part of the action feature right there. But guys, do you remember the Wolfman monster from the real Ghostbuster toy line?
I had those. I love the Stay Puft figure. That thing was so cool.
You know what? I never collected those figures, but I always thought they were cool. You know, because my friends had them, or I would see them in stores and shit. I never collected them. But one thing about that toy line that bothered me: Stay Puft is too small, and Slimer is too big compared to the rest of the figures.
This is true.
That's other than that, I thought those toys were cool as shit.
Yeah, they were pretty amazing. There is the toy store. I only been to it once or twice. Their front window, they had like those 1980s real Ghostbusters figures, and they had a properly scaled Stay Puft. I don't know where he got it, but they recreated like the street scene.
That's awesome.
It looked incredible.
The store I've been going to, they have the friggin' old firehouse. They have what's out of the box, and there's pieces missing, but he has it in the fucking store.
Yeah,
ETEP has it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has his original one, and then he got one that's a little bit newer, and he found some that did all the stickers and stuff too, so he was able to put it all together properly. Yeah. I think he got it for Trey for Christmas.
Cool.
Now, if you're gonna say that's it, right?
Yeah.
But those Ghostbusters figures and the Beetlejuice figures, Kenner did an awesome job with both those.
With the freight features and everything that they added on. Soul Assassin is coming in with a question: Do any of y'all have any of the Indiana Jones figures? How do they size with the Black Series figures? I have an idea for a custom Star Killer, but don't want to waste cash. Baller on the budget. So I have a couple, and it's something I don't want to review because I almost feel dirty having them. But Indy is one of the pigs, so I wanted a more modern Indiana Jones. So I have a few of the older ones, but I do have the newer Indiana Jones. They fit right into the G.I. Joe classified line of figures, which I think are pretty much around the same size as the Black Series ones.
I think they're a little bit. The Indiana Jones are a little bit small. I think for the G.I. Joes, you can fudge them in there, but for Black Series, the Star Wars Black Series, they are closer in scale with them. Because I have a Star Killer that I still have to review. I haven't yet. He's been sitting here for a couple of months now. I want to review that thing soon because he was one of my favorites. That video game, the 1 and 2 were so much fun. So that's what they kind of fit in scale with.
Soul Assassin says, "Damn it, Tommy! Now I want a Wolfman figure so I can sing Bark at the Moon by Ozzy." Just don't get the Ozzy figure. God, that thing is awful. I'm sorry. That Alice Cooper and that Ozzy figure was god awful.
Yeah,
I'd give it 4 Scooby snacks.
I saw Freddie
Mercury like Scooby.
It was Slash and Freddie Mercury as well. He's already done Slash though back in the day, and that was like a statue figure, and it was beautiful.
So if they did Slash, did they do an Axel figure?
That I don't know. I know Axel's a bit of a dick, so
I think that would be a lot of plastic. Oh, wait a minute, you're talking about old school Axel, not modern Axel.
Yeah.
No, you put them on stage and you press the button on Axel's back and he fires Slash.
Well, if they make the new Axel, he could have the "Get in my belly" action feature.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I remember seeing a picture not too long ago of Axl Rose on stage, and I was looking. When I first glanced at it, I was like, I don't remember Chris Farley doing a fucking Axl Rose impression back when he was alive.
Oh shit! Yeah, he's a blimp.
Yeah, the Ghostbuster toys, plastic strings.
Yeah,
that was all. Yeah, well, they had re-released them back in 2019 to 2020. They had re-released the real Ghostbuster figures. Damn if they didn't look almost exactly like the original ones. They looked really good. Right now, they're
the ones with the freight features.
Right, that's what I was just going to mention. And matter of fact, the one of the toy hunts that I showed earlier, you seen the Winston
in the background, it was the Winston, the freight feature Winston.
Yeah, those things are really cool. I love those things. I love when they re-release them too. I mean, they should do that a lot more often. That's why I said like the one from Walmart, the TMNT, fully articulated, like old school looking turtles, but they got a little bit more of the comic feel to them, even though it's based on the traditional 1989 toy mold. They just couldn't seem to get the colors right again because, well, they're making Donnie, how could I say it, look like a turd. He's turd colored.
He's very brown.
Very brown. But what's that? You want a good laugh? Look up the meme of the woman asking why she can't find a man like 80s Axel or modern day Axel. Holler at her, right? But speaking of a few things that they've re-released, so I've got another toy hunt right here, and at the end of this one, it does show one of the re-releases that they're doing. So let's get into our second toy hunt of the stream.
And a little bit different the last time I was here. They really do have all the NECA stuff stocked up again. Like last time, they were missing a lot of stuff. And I got something new here. I don't remember seeing Ghostface Inferno. This is different. Check out that one. Pretty interesting. And they're now doing the carded versions of the Dungeons and Dragons figures right here. We've got Strongheart, Paladin. Same price as the box one, so. There's another one, not a whole lot to see, but they do actually have some G.I. Joes on the shelf right here. Scarlet, Kondo, Duke. Quick Kick. Look at that, big boa. Pretty cool. Techno Viper, and this one. It's the first time I've actually seen this one anywhere. That's pretty cool. Roadblock, Tripwire. Pretty cool. Nice little 2-packs in here. It's nice to see some G.I. Joes actually back on the shelves again, but wow. A whole lot of nothing else though. A few Marvel things here. Count Nefaria and Whiplash from Iron Man from Marvel Comics. Unfortunately, the rest of it is kind of like a hodgepodge of And now they got some Simpsons figures in. Like, these are like the old school classic ones that they used to have out back in the day. That's actually kind of cool too. I ain't even gonna lie. Very nice.
Yeah, that 2-pack, that's the one I was talking about. And then they had the, what's his name, the Warthog one, the Dreadnought.
Norgai?
Yeah.
I want Norgai.
It was
I want
just
all the
one.
Dreadnoughts.
I know, it was just the one sitting there in between, like, I don't know, 6 of the other 2-packs. I'm like, oh my God, it's just too expensive.
Have a good night time, Prophet.
Yeah, have a good night.
Muffet. Yeah, that Ghostface figure, holy shit.
Yeah, I saw that at Best Buy.
Well, I can see right here, Soul Assassin says that. Careful, Tommy. Trina's a Ghostface fan, and she'll slap a guinea for one. Okay.
Yeah, I gotta get that one.
Mm-hmm.
Homer comes with a box of donuts. Yeah, it looked like a whole rack of donuts, honestly.
Yeah.
The 3 3/4 ones, Curtis. Yeah, they still do 3 3/4. They just don't do very many of them now. And mostly everything is tied up with their classified line.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you've seen again, the Winston Zedmore from the Frightener series was up in the top hand corner when I was showing off the Joes.
That's cool.
Now I always see him. I don't see any of the other ones though. Like all the other ones, like apparently just sell out really quick. But yeah, I mean, like that with NECA. So right before I had filmed this, the last time I was there, like over half their shelf was empty on that NECA side, and that's the side that's usually in the back by the movies and stuff like that because they always have 2 sections for NECA. My one Target actually has 3 sections, which is kind of crazy. So they have one by the DVDs and everything in the back. Then they have one on an end cap aisle. Mm-hmm. And usually they put like the turtles and some of the, like different monster figures. And then down one of the other aisles next to where they have the Playmates and stuff like that, like the TMNT toys, the Godzilla toys, they have another stash of them over there. So they got them in 3 locations at one of my Targets.
Damn.
Nice.
That's amazing. Yeah. We don't have that.
That's near me down in South Florida. It's right out in Fort Myers, like 25 minutes away from me or so.
That's cool.
Yeah, they were doing a lot of 3 3/4, Curtis, and then they found it was more profitable to have the larger 6-inch figure. So, but yeah, I'll go again. This time I actually got another commercial break for us. So
Nice.
we're going Batman again. I don't know how many you're going to remember this one or not, but here we go.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Here we go with another Collectable Past commercial break. This one, we're going to take a look at something a little bit older. So this one is from 1980 DC Comics in conjunction with Mego Corp. From New York, New York, made in Hong Kong, we've got an old school Batmobile right here. It is missing the big giant clear plastic canopy on top right there, but most of the stickers and everything that you should see on this toy are actually still there, which is kind of surprising. Like even the steering wheel on this one is still intact somehow. But guys, you remember this one through Mego for Batman in that old school Adam West Batmobile.
Now, back to our program.
Yeah, that was nice.
Nice.
Yeah, everybody always forgets about all the cool shit that Mego used to do. And Mego is one of those companies, yeah, they made their bones off the 8-inch and 12-inch figures, or 11 to 12-inch figures. But a lot of people always forget that they did 3 3/4-inch figures as well.
Yeah, I remember seeing they had. Remember, did you ever see that Spider-Man figure that they did? It was actually like figure size, not doll size, where like the webbing was not painted. Like it was just like a outline pattern on his suit.
Yep.
I forget who had that. I think one of my cousins had that.
Nice.
How progressive Tommy childhood was. Had a white man, a black man, and a white woman singing, swapping heads. Are you racially profiling me, sir?
That commercial used to drive me nuts when I was a kid.
All right.
Why are their heads rolling?
Right. All right.
Yeah, I came across this on Twitter.
Oh shit. Dude, that's pretty damn sweet.
$76.99 for a 2-pack. That's pretty cool. I don't think that's too bad with the way figures are. These like the prices.
Oh, and that's off one of their newer albums.
I never saw this one before.
Yeah, it's off one of their newer albums. They only released like a year or two ago.
But I do love the Somewhere in Time one.
Yeah, that samurai one looks fantastic.
Yeah,
dude. You know, when I was cleaning up my dad's house, I'd stopped in an FYI and FYE, and they actually had. They didn't have the Somewhere in Time. They actually had the Stranger in a Strange Land
with
one.
the trench coat and the hat, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's basically the same figure.
Yeah. Well, I like these. These are fucking awesome.
Yeah. That's badass.
I remember they had the when we were talking about music figures a few months ago, and we looked it up, and I can't remember who the hell what company made it, but this figure was going for $500 by itself. I was like,
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
Yeah,
that's
samurai
a
one
cool
is fucking sick.
Yeah,
you know, I've been waiting for him to re-release. Jesus, what was the Pharaoh one called?
Power Slave.
Power Slave. Yeah, I've been waiting for him to re-release that because they had that out back in like 2019, 2020. They did re-releases back then. I'm waiting for them because they did the Trooper, they did Number of the Beast, they did Aces High, and
They did Killers, didn't they? Didn't they do Killers?
They haven't redone it yet, but back in 2019, 2020, they had the Killers one out there too. I thought that one was probably the least.
They did the
They also did
Mind one.
They did, Peace of Mind. Almost forgot. I have that one too because I have 3 of them. That's right, 4 of them because I have the Number of the Beast. But they also had oh Jesus, I just had it and I lost it. Damn it! What was the other one they had out?
The Trooper.
Yeah,
the Trooper. Yeah, because that's one of the other ones I have.
Nice.
Shit, what the hell was the other one? No, I'm blanking on it now. Because there was another one they had out. And,
wasn't the classic one with he was just the jeans and the t-shirt? Yeah,
that was the Killers one. Oh, I remember. I remember they had live Undead. Or was it Live Undead or no?
Wait, what was the one where he has the little devil?
That's
the Number of the
Beast.
Yeah, that one, yeah.
Yeah,
I think I have them all.
Yeah, you said that one wasn't good, right? You didn't like that one, the Number of the Beast one, right, Tommy?
Yeah, it didn't have any kind of articulation in it whatsoever. It was more of a statue. Yeah, that was a little disappointing. Yeah, the Trooper one was pretty good.
Yeah,
I don't know which one I liked more because the Trooper and the Aces High were both really well done. The Peace of Mind one looked good, but the articulation on those, because they're just reusing their old 2015 molds and they didn't update them, so they got really crappy freaking knees and ankles and feet movement on them. That's where they kind of lose points. They look good though.
Have you seen Power? I have Power Slave. Have you seen?
Do? It's like a figure.
I've never seen it anywhere.
Is it a figure or a statue?
It's a figure. It's a figure.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I heard that they were going to re-release it, but I'd never seen it, so I just assumed maybe there was a tie-up and they didn't.
After I get done with the monsters, the Universal monsters, I'm gonna do the music line that I have, and I'll unbox that one so you can see it.
Awesome.
How come they don't do Vic from freaking Megadeth?
They did.
I know.
So 2019, 2020, they had one of him out for Peace Cells. I remember looking at it. I was like, I was like, damn, that looked good. It was NECA.
Oh, it was? Okay.
They also they did in the smaller figures, the little 3 3/4. They did the Motorhead and Rancid and a bunch of other ones as well. Yeah, they were putting out tons of those things.
I think Papa Cotton said once in a chat. I think he said that they did the Knot Man.
Yeah. Yep. It was from, I think it was ABC. ABC ran those commercials.
Yeah, it was ABC.
You can get Vic Rattlehead on eBay. There's one used for $52 and then one in the box for $70.
And it's NECA?
Let me click on it and see. Yep, it's NECA. I'll share it with you guys.
Are they two different ones?
Same ones.
Oh,
but one's open.
It's the Peace Cells one?
I don't know which one it is. Let me show you.
Yeah, that's the Peace Cells.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Hold on, where the hell is, there we go.
I wish they would show the damn figure.
Yeah, Peace Cells. Yeah, it's no pictures of it out of the box. But yeah. Let's see. And yeah, this one.
So cool that they did that. Damn. $70.
Do you know how much they were back in 2019, 2020? They were $19.99.
No shit. Wow.
Dude, that's why I was so pissed I didn't buy them, because after they started re-releasing them and they were, $34, I was like, what the shit?
That's crazy.
I could have had them all back then if I only would have just got them, which, I kind of regretted it afterwards. I mean, how many times have we done that? I'll hold off on that. I'll hold off on that. And then, shit, I should have got them.
Yeah. I have an awesome... I've got something to share with you guys. I don't know if you guys are a fan of this, but I was a huge fan of these games.
Metroid.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at how awesome she looks.
That is cool.
Oh, does the helmet come off?
There's been a few figures of this one that they have released over the years.
This is 11-inch. It's a statue, so probably just is like the way it is. But man,
awesome.
Yeah, I would love this. How much is it? Oh, $130. Oh man.
No, it's only the cost of a tank of gas.
Only.
Right? They were doing a few different figures, and that's a really cool thing. A lot of people are digging into these old lines, because I remember seeing in Walmart and Target that they were doing Altered Beast and stuff like that.
Yeah, Contra. Yeah, Vinnie a couple weeks ago, he showed that Hagar figure.
Yeah, there was some cool ones.
But I got one.
Streets of Rage, I think they did too.
I got one more toy review. I got one more toy review here that I'm really happy with. And after all the disappointing toy reviews I had recently, this one was like a breath of fresh air. So I want to make sure I get this one. We're already at the 3-hour mark. I kind of figured we were going to run extra long with this one. But holy shit, I really want to get your guys' thoughts on this one. I don't know how well you guys remember this character, but I really want to get your thoughts on this one. And I enjoyed the shit out of doing this one. Like I couldn't put the figure down afterwards either. When you get that figure, it's like it's just done so damn well, you just keep picking it back up, messing with it.
Yeah,
that's what this one was. So here, guys, let me know what you think about this one.
Welcome back, as we're hanging out with Dark Helmet, the master of the sci-fi and the Transformers. Hey, well, Helmet's hanging out with us as we're getting ready to take a look at something that is Transformers related. So, from Transformers Legacy United, we've got G1 Universe Gears. So this one is one that I was looking for a long time, and I did find it a while back, and I did get it at Walmart. And Walmart is selling these damn deluxe figures cheaper than Target. So if you have a Walmart near you, I would definitely check out them first. Target was still selling these at $25. Walmart was selling them at $19.99. They said they were going back to pre-pandemic levels for a lot of prices, and darn it if they didn't know it. It's like crazy Eddie's up in that bitch. Anyway, here we go with Gears, looking very G1 inspired with a lot of G1 colors with that G1 Sunbow head design, because as you know, the original toy didn't have a face that looked like that. But guys, enough of that. Let's get this out of the box and take a look at it. Here we go with our Legacy United G1 Universe Gears right out of the box. I know he looks a little plain. He looks like he's missing something. We will get to that because there's fluff in the box, possibly. I don't even know if it's part of the transformation, but we'll find out as we get into it. Got decent movement up here in the arms. That's not bad at all. A lot of movement in there, both back and forward, up and down, and all the way around. Like really good. Nice turn up there at the bicep. Looks like like a double joint almost elbow right there. Really nice. Does have movement at the hand as well. So far, so good. Has a waist turn. Got some decent movement here in the head. Not bad. I mean, he does have a big, giant, blocky head. So the fact that it can move around that well, that's not bad at all. Decent movement here in the legs, like kick out, like Van Damme's and everything. turn at the top of the thigh right there, a good knee bend right there. And he does have rock down in the feet, like everything that you would expect a figure like this to have. He has it. We'll post him right up next to that little 86 Bumblebee, and you can see Gears is a bit bigger than him.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
Yeah, Gears is cool.
Yeah.
When you took out Bumblebee, you gotta call him the wall socket version now. You just want to plug your vacuum cleaner into him.
Yeah, believe it or not, I did manage to clip this one to 2 clips only. And it really is a shame because I feel like 2 clips don't do justice for this thing. Like, just out of the package, like, I was impressed right out of the package with this thing. And that was before I started, you know, I put his chest plate on and everything, because that's the fluff in the box, was the chest plate.
Yeah.
Made no damn sense. They almost made it look like it's a play feature, and it really isn't. It just stupid. I don't know why they do that shit. They drive me nuts. And that was probably one of the takeaways for this, is that they were fluffing the box. Yeah, Lord Helmet. Yeah.
For those smaller Transformers figures that they're in scale with the other line of stuff, they could just make a slightly smaller box and go in between a certain price point, because they're bending us over just for packaging.
They are. But you know what? This one, I mean, quite honestly, after I got done with the review, I wouldn't have given a shit if this was $25. Honestly, like this one, I really did enjoy this. So I'll play the second part so you can see exactly what I'm talking about.
I wanted to get him. I passed on him,
dude.
It's
what here. Let me let the video speak for me.
Yep.
We now return to the Transformers.
One of the extras included was the chest plate for Gears. That's why he looks so plain Jane. Go ahead, throw that on. Oh, wait, Gears! Oh, my goodness! What do we have here? Do we have Gears in the kneeling position? Holy crap! 3 Transformers reviewed today. One that actually can get down to the kneeling position. I am stoked about this one. Maybe not as stoked as Flying Monkeys flying into Munching Land and picking off people and trying to get those red ruby slippers, but pretty damn excited. So Gears in another pose, showing off some of that posability that he has, and he does have a decent amount. He has them all in the right places. I bet a lot of ladies are glad to hear that, and he looks phenomenal so far. Go with Gears in a bit of a running position, taking off into the Olympics. I guarantee he's got the right stuff to do it. We go with our last shot with Gears with his fist pumping up in the air, because this figure is absolutely deserving of it. This one is really good. We go with Gears in his truck form. It never has been said exactly what kind of truck that he is supposed to be, but yeah, holy shit. Everything went together exactly the way it should. All of it, like everything snapped. I'm not too certain about how that looks, but overall though, this looks really decent. And the fact that everything snapped together and it wasn't overly complicated to transform. I mean, there was a few tricky things to figure out how to snap them into place, but it really wasn't bad at all. This was super easy to transform. And like I said, everything snapped into place just like it should, just the way she likes it. Multiple ports on Gears right here, so you can port that gun. You can port it on the roof right there. You could port it on the side back here as well. You could also port it up in the front if you so wanted to. Just plenty of ports to be able to port that gun onto them too. And one more Gears as we give our very final thoughts on this one. As I already stated, this one hit everything that it needed to do. And this one, I've been waiting to say this for a while. Hasbro, well done. It's about time. It's about time. And for once, you're going to score high. This one hits all the marks that it should. This thing is damn near perfection. I'm going to give this one a 9.5 out of 10. This is almost hitting that perfect grade. Guys, that is all we have on this Legacy United G1 Universe Gears figure. What did you guys think of our assessment of this one? Do you think that we were spot on with this one? Did we knock it out of the park? Be sure to let Dark Helmet know what you thought of this one.
Transformers, more than meets the eye. The Transformers.
That is
Cool.
a cool figure.
Yes, very cool.
That is a cool one.
Dude,
It's reminding me how broke I am.
Dude, I can't even begin to talk about how happy I was with that figure, especially after the party van, that $50 party van, after the freaking Bumblebee figure falling apart on me, and then got this one. And it was the least likely of heroes I thought was going to come out of the Transformers that I filmed. And I was like, damn, this is so close to being perfect. I mean, like, the only thing that I gave it a downgrade on was the fact that the chest plate was filler. It didn't need to be off in the packaging, wrapped up. It could have been right on the figure because it doesn't get in the way of transformation. That was the only... Yeah.
Like you said, they did it just so they could pad out the packaging a little more, try to make it make sense. Just make smaller packaging. You're going to compromise the figure by doing that with that removable part? Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. Do you have a Transformers sense where you walk into a store and instantly know where the figures are? Yes, I do. It's either that or they put them out on the shelf like, here comes that bastard again. We better put something out he might like.
Oh, shit.
9.5 pigs. Entos, 9.5 ducks, 9.5 dragons, and 9.5 goats. 9.5 all the way around the house. This one, if you guys are into that G1 look for gears, this one is an absolute knockout of the park. This one is absolutely fantastic. Like, I wouldn't sleep on this figure if you manage to find him, because he is like mwah, perfection.
Yeah, I saw him one time. I had to pass on him because it's just, it's food or plastic, and I needed food.
If it's food for me, I'm getting the toy if I can afford it.
Yeah.
If it's food for the guinea pigs, that's where I draw the line.
Yep.
The pigs are always going to get fed first. Yu Yu Hakusho, Bleach, Yurusei Yatsura figures. You know what? I thought I seen Yu Yu Hakusho figures. I thought I did. I don't remember seeing Bleach, but I'm pretty sure I thought I seen the other one. I thought I did.
Well, I know. What do you call it? Bandai. They've done the Bleach figures, and I think in Naruto and what's the other one?
Well, I've seen
Dragon Ball.
Naruto. I've seen One Piece. But I thought
I
I
seen
seen
the One Piece as well. Yeah, that Luffy looked really good. I saw the figure of him at Target a couple months ago.
I thought it was pronounced Yu Yu Hakusho. No, that's the wrong political camp, Curtis.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I have one more video after that. Did you guys have anything else?
Nah.
Nope.
No? Okay. Well, I'll play the last one then. And then I actually have a couple small talking points. I couldn't find a whole lot. But this is another older one. These are a little bit more nondescript. So probably many of you probably won't even know these ones. So let's see if anybody recognizes these.
Yo, welcome back, guys. We are hanging out with Dark Helmet, the sci-fi and Transformers robot crazed pig. Oh, what's going on, Dark Helmet? Oh, guys, we're getting ready to take a look at something that is a little bit on the old school, a little bit of one of the ones that was probably a little bit lesser known to a lot of people, because everybody was like, Transformers, and then it was GoBots, and then, of course, the Transformers guys were saying that the GoBots were the Kmart of robots. What a big catastrophe. But anyway, you had a lot of these companies that were doing robot changing toys, including Buddy L. Buddy L had their simply and aptly named Bugbots. So here we go with a couple of the ones that were a little bit more crazily colored, like a lot of the standard ones came in black, right, Helmet? Black is the way to go. That's what Hellman says. Guys, pay attention. Hellman knows what he's talking about when he's talking about color coordination. But you had these ones that were a mismatch of crazy colors. So you had this bee bot, and then you had this scarab type beetle right there. So these ones are stupid simple to transform. You would just take these wings. You would flip these wings up like so. You would turn the head, pull the legs down, and then move the arms. That's it. Super simple. There goes that guy. This one, really no different. So the wings came up. He had his little pincers, went to the side. And the head, there we go. The helm just came right down like that. The legs popped out right there. And of course, you move the arms. Got to pop them out a little bit, move them out. But that one, there it goes. There you go. With your 1984 Bug Bots by Buddy L. Nothing super fancy. They were pretty cool. One of the play features on a lot of these companies that were doing the nondescript toys is a lot of them had a motorized pullback feature, and these ones actually did too. The motorized feature on some of the other ones, like McToys and everything, they actually had a whole entire motorized box that pulled off the bot, and you could switch it around to different bots. These ones came built into the toy. That was the one difference between Buddy L and MC Toys. Anyway, guys, Helmet sure hopes that you enjoyed this one, and we'll see you in the next one.
I think I had one of those when I was a kid.
Yeah, they were more like those, like I said, those more nondescript. Like MC Toys was another one. Like a lot of the early MC Toy ones that they did, what they called the knockoff GoBots.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them had these hands that looked like boxing gloves.
Yeah,
so they were these big boxing glove looking hands.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting.
Pretty cool. It was nice to find these in a lot of the stuff. I have a couple of the ones that are in just like plain black as well. I like a lot of these things. It just shows you where the creativity was back then. Like even from these companies that were small companies that didn't have the kind of backing, say like Bondi or Takara and Hasbro and everything, or Tonka. Like these companies were still putting out some pretty damn interesting looking toys. And I appreciate a lot of that stuff because you know what? It just made the entire market better because as these companies that were a little bit lower tiered were making stuff, the big guys are like, we can incorporate some of that into what we're doing and make our product a little bit better or a little bit more interesting. So,
yep.
I mean, you figure early on, these guys were doing like the pullback motor features. And then next thing you know, Transformers introduces it in 1985 with the mini spies. Coincidence? I don't think so.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because they came with the original 6 mini bots. Bumblebee, Cliffjumper, Windcharger, Huffer, Gears, and Bumblebee.
Yeah, when they went forward, didn't they pop up like they transformed?
No, the mini spies didn't pop up. They
Okay.
just pull back and run, and then you transform. And then they had the little rub sign that tell you if it was an Autobot or Decepticon. Later that year, they came out with the Jump Starters, and they were the two. They were a holdover from Takara from the Diaclone line, and those are the ones you pull back, and they would just pop up. But sometimes they would land on their feet, sometimes they wouldn't.
Right. Yeah, I remember those.
And then in 86, they did another pullback feature with the Battle Chargers that automatically transformed. And then you had to put their guns on their shoulders because their arms didn't move.
That's neat.
And then sometime in 87, I think it was, is when they released the Throttle Bots. And once again, they didn't automatically transform. They just had the pullback motor feature.
I don't understand why they don't hire you already. Because you know more shit than they do.
So I was digging through stuff and I'm just like picking stuff up. Oh, that's a part for this guy because I had a box full of Transformer parts, arms, legs, and whatever. And I was like, oh, this is an arm for this guy. This is a leg for that guy. Oh, this is so-and-so's gun. And she's like, how the hell do you know that just by picking up and looking at it real quick? I was like, I just do.
Yeah. Maybe it's a good memory game too, because like there's shit too. Like I don't know what's what anymore. I look at like my bag of weapons, and like I open up a trunk I haven't been in years. It's like, oh shit. Oh man. Here, there's something cool I could show you. It's not technically a toy. It's more of a food product. Do you guys see this?
Oh Jesus! Corn on the claws.
That is amazing.
That's pretty brilliant.
It really is.
Oh shit! This was online in passing somewhere. I'm like, oh, this would be good for a toy shoot.
Did you get them?
No. I saw this in passing online somewhere. I didn't see them in stores.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
Oh man, I wouldn't even know the first place where they would sell these.
Corn on the claws. That's fantastic.
Yeah, great job. I'll applaud them on that.
I mean, can you just like taking one end, like one on each end, and just like stabbing your coin with it? Like,
Of course.
that's fucking awesome.
Oh shit. That's great.
Oh wait a minute! You're supposed to use them for corn. I thought you were supposed to put them on your fingers and just go around randomly stabbing people in the office.
You could do that too. But
Yeah.
What's going on, bub? Why are you standing by my water cooler?
Chink.
But as far as talking points, so I did see a few things from Hasbro. So they're doing this. They're doing a re-release of the minor Megatron with the the Optimus Prime from the IDW, and you know what, the Prime, from what I understand, everybody's talking about how clean that one is. I really don't mind the minor Megatron. I thought that was one of the like semi better stories that IDW had before they completely went to shit.
They fixed a lot of them too. Because like I remember the original figure, his neck looks too short and something's like off. He looks more proportioned here.
Yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. I mean, if I had the money, I probably would think about it.
Yeah. I don't like the X's on him though.
Yeah, I think that's a bit much, but it was supposed to be like the gladiatorial arena. So when he was fighting in there, and it was really cool in IDW, they did some of the GoBots. So you see like a Crasher from the GoBots is in the crowd, and he's actually fighting what looks like Psykill in the arena.
That's cool.
But as he was defeating opponents in the gladiatorial arena, he was actually making X marks on his armor. And then I seen
going through them.
I seen this that Hasbro's doing for Marvel, and I was like, really? That actually looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I did see that as well. I'm not super familiar with the character though.
He was a bounty hunter, and he did make an appearance in the Transformers as well. I forget who he was hunting down, but he was paid to hunt down one of the Autobots.
Nice.
That's a cool Death Head figure. I like that shit.
Yeah, it looks good. I mean, he's got some decent accessories and everything, so it's not bad looking.
Yeah, it's probably something that they whipped together because they reused a lot of parts on him, like his arms and stuff. If you see pins in figures, that means it normally it's a reuse from another figure.
Yeah, and I kept seeing the Colossus one, but I was pretty sure we had mentioned that one before. So they're doing the one from Deadpool.
Yeah, I see that one.
Yeah, that one looks amazing. Yeah, if you have it, you can show it. That's a cool fucking figure.
No, I didn't grab that one because I thought we had talked about it before.
I don't remember if we did on here or not.
Yeah, because it was on Hasbro's site, and I would try to grab it again, but it would take too much time right now.
Maybe Big Bad Toy Store has it. I think they do.
We have to send Tommy to see the new Transformer movie. Imagine Cape Fear with Tommy laughing maniacally at the film. I know. I know some people that said they want to go see it and they have high hopes. I seen the trailer for it when I went to the 40th anniversary special filming of the original, first 4 episodes of the Transformers. And I was not interested after seeing that trailer. I had no interest in seeing that Transformers 1 at all.
Yeah, this thing's pretty amazing.
Yeah, he looks really good.
Yeah, that's spot on from the first movie. He even gave him his little book. His rules, yeah. How to be a very good X-Men and a hero.
You only get 5 moments in life to be a hero.
Yeah, this was great. I think they did a nod to that in the last movie as well. They pulled it. He did something horrible, and then it's like you only have a moment. Someone told me that. He's actually I guess sort of like a cameo. He's only has a couple of lines, but he is in the third one as well. And they gave him like extra kind of like padded pieces on his forearms where it looks really good. It's like closer to I guess the new kind of design. But yeah, no, yeah, this figure looks amazing.
Hey, what's going on, Ancient One, man? Good to see you. Hope that you're doing well.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was pretty much all I had. I'm all tapped out.
Nice. There is I saw something in one of the toy Facebook groups I was in. This you got to see. This is fucking cool. So we got some people doing custom work. Look at this Weapon X thing that this guy made.
Oh, that's fucking awesome. Oh shit.
Wow.
That is badass. My jaw hit the floor when I saw this.
It looks like he used part of a light fixture, like the part you put up in the wall.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got all sorts of different things here.
So is the figure custom too? Or is that
no, I believe he came out a few years back.
Okay.
Yeah. I never saw him myself. I would have probably gotten
awesome.
it. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. Because I know for a time, man, a lot of these Marvel Legends, like, yeah, you can't find them in stores. That's pretty much it. And you're not paying crazy prices afterwards. Like, look at this one. That's pretty cool, too.
Yeah.
Did a whole scene. That's a lot of great work.
Yeah.
And then someone had... Yeah, look at that.
Is that custom too?
No, that's that.
Is that the builder figure?
I think it was a HasLab one or something. That Sentinel, but that Magneto. I'm not sure what company this Magneto is from. Maybe it's Mafex. Yeah, it's probably Mafex because of the cape and everything. But that's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, those Sentinels are insanely priced though. I think they were.
I could imagine.
Yeah, they were like over $800 or something. The alternate heads, the light up features, all those other crap that they put on it. But yeah, that's pretty epic. So that's why I like some of these guys that from those Facebook groups and things. I don't always go into those, but once in a while you'll find something really cool or crazy. Here's another crazy one that you guys would probably laugh at. Since, for those who didn't know, they announced Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom, which is to me retarded. But
yeah,
they took their figures, their Iron Man shit, and they did a custom one.
Oh, that looks cool.
Yeah, they did a pretty nice job. I don't know what the hell Iron Man figure this is, but they made so many different ones. Because I think they made like all of them from Iron Man 3 when he did like the protocol at the end. So that's probably one of those versions. But yeah. That was pretty impressive looking though.
Yeah.
So, there you go. And I need a reminder for tomorrow at some point, or maybe on Sunday. Someone did like a trailer that had him as every Marvel character. It is hilarious. So I'll show that. They did like a CGI version.
That's crazy stuff. Real quick, got something here in the chat. Ancient One sent me a fake super chat. Thank you, buddy. A colossal size bag of premium guinea pig treats for Tommy, the guinea pig, his wife, and the guinea pig pups. So they can week out of complete happiness. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that.
Nice. Oh yeah,
And
I don't
like
know
that
if
face design.
I don't know if Trina saw this one. I know Tina did, and her jaw hit the floor. Apparently it's the Hot Toys. Here's the Wolverine from the new movie. Yeah, it's like a silicone body underneath.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing what they did.
That looks so good.
Yeah, it's like freaking photo accurate, screen accurate. You wouldn't believe. I don't know how they do some of the shit that they do. But yeah, so it's like I think it's like the waist up is like all silicone with the metal skeleton underneath.
Wow. It's like a little mini person.
Yeah. They're
That's
incredible.
crazy.
Yeah, I know. I was showing them. Oh yeah, when we talked about the Deadpool movie, was it Friday? I can't remember. But yeah, because Tina was super happy with it too and everything. So I'm like, oh, did you see the figures? She's like, no, I didn't. And I pulled up some of them. She was like, holy shit.
Soul Assassin says, Vinnie, Dr. Doom removes the mask to show Tropic Thunder, RJ. He's the dude playing the dude dressed as the Marvel dude.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, man. Let me see. I'll see if I can find it real quick for... Nope.
Yeah, Soul Assassin also said, dude, I saw a NECA Arkham quarter-scale Batman in box at a comic store. They wanted $1,000 for it.
Jesus.
What kind of crack are they on?
I don't know, but this super crack will get the job done a lot faster.
Right? That's
yes.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Was it like signed by like a big name or someone? Like thousands of pretty steep price.
Yeah, it is. Even for like those 18-inch figures, or yeah, I think they were the quarter scale ones. Yeah, those things were what are they, around $100 to $200 depending on the figure or the license or whatnot. Yeah, so for it to be going $1,000, I guess it was a super short ordered figure. You said it was Arkham, one of the Arkham ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only one I know was the Arkham Origins Batman, which was the WB one. And I have their 7-inch figure of that one, and it is a really nice Batman figure. But I know when FYE was going out of business over here, like 15 years ago, whatever it was, they had that in there, but I missed out on it completely. Like they just had one in store, but I don't even remember what the price was.
Dude, I miss going to FYE. I have one probably about 25 to 30 minutes away from me. And I can't go out there. I don't have the money to go shopping in there right now because I'm going to see way too many cool things and I'm going to get mad. Mm-hmm. Some poor mother and her child are probably going to get knocked out because I'm going to try to take their lunch money. It's going to get ugly, and I just don't care enough to get into it.
Yeah, these things happen. It's true. But yeah, there's more of that Wolverine.
That is awesome.
Yeah, because it's the extra versions that they were doing of them.
Trina, I'd just like to remind you, pull yourself together.
Yeah, it's impressive what they did.
Big time. How much do they want for that figure?
I think he's like 3 something.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Yeah, this the Hot Toys one. I mean those are the 2 official ones from the movie.
I'm just saying, when you need to take out a loan to pick up a figure, there's something seriously wrong.
Oh yeah, tell me about it. The Deadpool one, this guy looks, oh my God, next level. He comes with the baby and everything too. Yeah, it's these are really sick.
There's a Deadpool baby.
Oh yeah, and there's Lady Deadpool. Yeah, this is stuff that was in the comics, but they something happened in the movie where it's pretty amazing what they did. But yeah, again, like I don't chill for movies. This thing was amazing. This was like pre what am I gonna say? Endgame, pre-Endgame like level stuff, because it's not an MCU movie. It's a Deadpool movie that they just happen to have like those cameos and stuff in it. So everything that you loved out of the first two movies, it's there. And then the very kick-ass version, the best version that we've ever got of Wolverine is in that movie. You know, so and again, there's a ton of them I did not see, and I will not see. You know, like the last Thor one and all those other shitty ones that came out. Like Spider-Man was pretty much it, and then the Deadpool one. But yeah, she was really good too. Yeah, these figures are, holy shit, are they good. I wish they had more photos of this guy over here. I go to the site, but for some reason it's not working properly. But yeah, this literally looks like you just shrunk them, or these are photos from the movie, but they're not. It's the figure.
My God.
Yeah. Because I have the one from the second movie that I got in, close to 8 years ago or something. Beautiful, beautiful figure.
Did the first movie figure come with that shot up Main Street?
Oh, I can't remember. I never had the original one. The original one, they said that it had some issues, like the knee pads, like the glue was coming undone. Yeah, a lot of people complained, but the second one they fixed everything. And then this one, I don't know what the material they're using. It's got to be similar to like the Spider-Man figures, where it's like a more durable but yet stretchy material, which is wise, because like the black on the one that I have by the shoulders and the armpits, like I'm afraid to really move that figure around because it's so thin, the material. And I don't know if it's like that fake kind of leather, but this one looks like it's more sturdy and more durable all around. So, you know, it's the one thing they learned from their previous figures and shit. But yeah, this is something else. And yeah, there's a deluxe version too that has Kid Pool. So there's the baby one, but there's Kid Pool, which is, I guess, closer to like 8 or 9 years old. But yeah, that's pretty amazing. And that dog in the movie, that was hilarious. One of the ugliest things on screen, but the scenes he was in, it worked. It was funny as hell.
If I had a figure that nice, I'd like pose it and then put it in one of those cases, like, you know how I have my Ashley Slashy in?
Oh yeah.
I'd put it in one of those.
Yeah, they make a lot of those special glass cases for these things.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's really good what they've done. But yeah, I mean, look at this. This is perfection. How the hell do you make a figure this nice?
Yeah, I mean, that looks like Ryan Reynolds in that costume.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it. The magic of the Chinese. I don't know. I was trying to find the one shot. There's one where it's him and Wolverine, and he's like jumping in the air, and the way that they have like that wired base, because it has like that metal, twisty kind of stand, which is really killer. It's like the one you can see back here. Mm-hmm. But yeah, and even the head pull, he's got like a piece that attaches to that, and it's also a bendy wire.
Wow.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't recommend Marvel Disney shit, but I do recommend this movie. If you guys haven't seen it, well worth it. I think it's going to be crossing $1 billion this weekend. Yeah,
it'd be nice. It'd be nice if somebody would continue doing that shit without like trying to put the fetters on like Disney does. It'd be nice if they freaking just like sell it off.
Yeah. Because I think they're going to screw up a whole bunch of stuff. People are like, "Oh yeah, this might be the start." No, it's not the start of anything.
No.
This is the last good movie you're getting from them. Everything else is going to be tainted.
Somebody desperately got to buy the Punisher rights from them. Please.
Oh my God.
Somebody get the rights away from them. Please.
Yep. Yeah, they need to. Like, stop screwing them up. That's one of the coolest characters, and they don't know what the hell they're doing.
No, they're purposely burying the character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, in the comics, they did.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep. Yeah, it's terrible. absolutely terrible. It's I think they killed them off, brought back a different character, and I don't know what the hell they did.
The
Yeah,
fucking redesign of that horrendous redesign of the skull.
Yeah. Look how beautiful that is.
Wow.
It's awesome. Too bad.
When he puts it on in the movie, everything is just jaw dropping, and the sequence that happens is like, holy shit, we actually got to see this. Like I was damn impressed.
Is the only way that is the only way that you're going to be able to see that is on Disney Plus, or do you think it'll be?
I think they're probably going to have it on Hulu.
Maybe. I don't know. But I don't know that it's worth it. And I know. Well, actually, we'll talk about it afterwards. But Adam, he may or may not have a version of it that he wants to do some kind of a watch party.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna have to try to figure it out to get everybody.
Why you gotta snitch on Adam, Vinny?
I'm not snitching on anybody. I don't know what you're talking about.
Remind me never to rob a bank with you.
He's the one who brought it up like 3 times on his stream. Oh shit.
I guess we've finally reached the end of the road on this one.
I think so. We're close to 4 hours.
Yeah, I mean, like, I knew this would be a long stream. I knew, but holy crap, man! This was a lot of fun, though. A lot of fun. I don't know when I'm going to get back into the swing of doing live streams again. I got a lot of healing to do. I got a lot of other stuff to kind of sort out. I'm kind of hoping these lawsuits I have going on sort themselves out a little bit sooner than I'm expecting, but who knows? I will be back eventually. But guys, just a reminder, Vinnie is going to be heading up Collectable Past moving forward. And if I have time, if I'm not hurting too bad, maybe I'll stop in. But I'm kind of doubting I'm going to stop in for a little while because, yeah, getting everything together for this stream really took the life out of me. I feel like I'm an absolute wreck right now. I'm surprised my hands ain't shaking. I'm so damn tired.
Oh man.
But here's the bad thing. I feel exhausted, but I don't feel like I'm ready to fall asleep just yet, and that's not good.
Yeah, you're gonna crash.
Yeah, I don't want to be up for another 30 hours. 30 some odd hours.
Melatonin stuff.
I'm gonna have to pop some freaking multivitamins. I'm sure I'm lacking something.
Well, what I was saying, like the melatonin, that might help you sleep.
Ancient One, if you have somebody you want to pop in for a raid, just go right ahead. I don't have nothing in particular because I'm like, I got a banging headache and I'm gonna lay out, freaking take something for this freaking headache.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you got to get that rest. I know I've been burning the candle at both ends and still having a bit of a pain in the ass, like with the campaign and where to do promotion, because everyone's kind of bizarre or not getting back or they're in their own little circles of shit. I don't know. It's very strange. But
it is nuts. It is nuts.
Yeah.
But
tomorrow I'm doing a stream anyway on my channel. Saturday morning I should be on Sugar Chris, the Red Dress Press. I should be over there. I believe that's Saturday at 11. I think we're doing it. But yeah, tomorrow we should be doing the regular Friday Underground stream. We're gonna be talking about some crazy stuff, including Harris's VP pick and all the horrible things that individual is responsible for. So yeah, we'll try to keep it as normal as possible, which is hard when you're speaking about these crazy people. But if we get too spicy, we'll take it to Rumble. But for the most part, yeah, we'll try to find some other light topics and funny things to kind of hit and other stuff that we've kind of been enjoying. Has anyone seen the latest series yet of Cobra Kai?
No, I haven't yet. I need to.
Yeah, the first 5 dropped, and yeah, when I know more people have watched it, then we'll talk about that as well. But yeah, pretty good for the most part. There's just something story-wise that just sort of makes sense to me. Something that they ramped up too quickly, I think, in the last episode. But other than that, it's been great. I've been enjoying it. So yeah, folks. Yeah, be sure to check out the campaign and all that great stuff. I'll show it real quick, and then mosey on over to our next awesome people. So yeah, here's the campaign. Again, we got 21 days left, and yeah, this is it's a remaster and a rework of volumes 1 and 2, but there's an additional 30 pages of content in this book, so it's 140 pages. And it's taken me a minute to fix a lot of the artwork, put everything together. Chris Fiske helped me put the whole book together, and yeah, I'm very proud of how this turned out. And again, there's a ton of artwork in here. I made sure to put the other campaigns as well. So if you haven't bought the Volume 3 art book, there's an option for that. There's also 2 of my comic books you could buy on this campaign as well, which is City of Venus and Shadow of the Kraken. So again, this is a new platform, and I didn't know if people there's some people that will only buy from Indiegogo, some people that will only buy from Kickstarter. So I want to kind of give an option for the folks who haven't gotten those other books. So yeah, I have the 3 books together, or the 4 books together. This one's limited, but there's plenty of copies available, even with the 50 I put there. Yeah, so you can still grab it. That's back to an exclusive cover. It's staying that way for the Shadow of the Kraken one. But yeah, here's some of the other work if you guys haven't seen it. But yeah, City of Venus 2, I'm still working on it. A ton of details, ton of pages. I'm still cranking out. And yeah, like I said, I'm just juggling a lot of things right now, from family, personal stuff, helping to take care of family, and trying to get some extra freelance gigs here and there. So, but yeah, in the meantime, like I said, if you can't support the books right now, at least grab the link, get it out there, let people know that this campaign's going, because I only have like the 20 days or so, and that's it. This is done. So we are funded, so whoever backs their book, they'll be getting it. Yeah, jump on all this great stuff. And like I said, there are some really cool art tiers, original art tiers available on this campaign. If we hit the stretch goals, again, at 8K, we would get a nice free print for everyone. And no matter if you back the first day or the last day, as long as we hit that number, you'd get an extra piece. At 5, make sure the quality goes up even higher. It's already an amazing quality book. I have a sample copy, and it is beautiful, like truly beautiful. Yeah, I got some really awesome pieces on here. Like I said, a few of them already sold. I think there's 3 of these that sold. Adam had just snatched up the Man Bat. He's been eyeing it for a while. Evil Lynn just went, and the Wolverine down here. Yeah, this was the newest one. The day I launched the campaign, this one went up, and yeah, I'm happy that he moved. I was very happy with this piece. Kind of recreating Wolverine fighting the Hulk. So as you can see, it's kind of the trees knocked down back there, like the Hulk had thrown him through it and really beat the crap out of him. But Wolverine, he never gives up. So, but yeah, and yeah, if you are still looking for Through the Woods, that's still available over on Indiegogo. You go to mellaartworld.com. It is case sensitive, so it's the uppercase M, A, and the W in Mella Art World, and I'll take you over there. Oh yeah, and here's that hack and slash piece I've always talked about. Me standing in front of that giant billboard, essentially, of my work. So that's like a good 14, 15 feet high. Pretty sweet. So. All my other info and stuff. So if you haven't yet, like I said, please help out. Do what you could. Grab it. Get it on Facebook, Instagram, wherever you go. Twitch, I don't know, Discords. Let people know about this project if you could. Because, yeah, I could use whatever push imaginable on this. So thank you, everybody.
Awesome. let's kick it on over to Trina, and Trina, there's only one way to kick it over to you, and that's this way.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the Golden Trina Award for the best review of the night.
Oh God, I love that. Well, I'm giving it to you tonight, Tommy, because of all the work you put in. I mean, you put a day's work into this stream. So yeah, the award's going to you. You earned it.
Oh, thank you so kindly.
And yeah, it was awesome doing the stream again. This has always been my favorite stream, and always have a lot of fun with you guys. And I love you guys in the chat, and I'm gonna miss you until we do this again. But yeah, had a great time tonight, guys.
Awesome. I'm glad you were able to be on for this one. I mean, I know it's going to be kind of weird because it almost feels like I feel like I'm playing hooky by not being here, but I gotta heal up. I can't.
Health
I can't
before
keep doing
else,
this.
man.
Yeah, I can't keep doing this indefinitely and just keep hurting myself. But Trina, thank you for being on again. And yeah, you're always still welcome to stop on with the other guys. I'm not going to hold it against you, even though I am the last recipient of the Golden Trina Award with the full crew lineup right now. For now, I'm not going to hold it against anybody. I promise. Thank you for being on with us as always, and look forward to eventually getting back and doing these with all of you guys again. It's only going to get better when we get back together and doing it like full crew again. It's going to be great. Thank you, Trina.
Yeah, thank you.
And of course, we got Slasher, my man. Got a chance to actually kick back into the old movies again last week. So.
If anyone wants to come through this weekend, or if not this weekend, next weekend, anyone here, Tommy, Vinnie, Trina,
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna be watching and having a discussion about Mortal Kombat, the OG movie.
Oh, cool! Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, well, if not this weekend, then it'll be next weekend.
Okay. Yeah, keep us posted for sure.
But yeah, Tommy, I hope your time away ain't too long, because always enjoy talking to you about toys and all the cool shit. So I hope you heal up quick and things otherwise get better for you also.
I appreciate it, and the same goes to you. I mean, you're going through an awful lot too, so you know what it's like sitting on these panels. So is Trina, like Vinnie too. I mean, Jesus, we're all beat up and broke down. Kind of like a couple of those Hasbro toys that I showed, beat up and broke down, like that Bumblebee figure. We're falling apart on the stream.
Yeah, I still can't believe that.
What a piece of junk. What a piece of junk. But I appreciate it, Slasher. I always appreciate you, man. I appreciate your friendship and everything too, man.
Yeah, man.
So.
Yeah, same here, man.
Guys, that is all we have, and I want to thank everybody that's been out there dropping links tonight. I know Ancient One has got a target for a guinea pig raid, so if you don't mind following over there and checking out Azalea 22, she does a lot of gaming stuff. Appreciate that. Just let them know that the guinea pig sent you. That's all.
Nice.
Let them know. Have a little bit of fun, and guys, I will keep everybody updated. I'm going to still try to put videos up when I can. And I'll keep everybody updated when I'm feeling well enough to be able to start doing like regular live streams again, like I normally would do. And it'll be just as much fun. I'm pretty sure I'll probably be all wound up because I haven't done them in a while, and I'll probably be absolutely insane. Vinnie would be telling me to calm down. You're going to get my channel taken down. But it'll be a lot of fun. But thank you all for watching. I hope that you had a good time. Remember, never let anybody tell you what you can and can't say, what you should or should not think, because your silence and your compliance gives consent. And guys, we will see you down the road. Have a good one, everybody. Thanks for being here.
Later.
Later, guys.
You better run, Mojito. What? I thought you said don't move. That was before. Now, you run. Adios, amigo.